Hey guys, how are you? Hey everybody. Happy Friday. What's going on, everybody? There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on, and we're here to talk about some Jen and CG. I feel like I should share this out. Hey boo boo. Hey Mimi, how are you, hun? How's everybody doing? I guess let's give everybody a minute. Bible lady, what's going on? I don't know if you're here. Bible lady got here first. Denise. Diva Ray, Mimi, Jay Blake, Alikia, AK. What's going on, Bougie Gang? Happy Friday, guys. Y'all, I had a day. I'm not going to go all in depth on it, but I had a day. I kind of had a time. So, hi, Blue Bear. Hey, Boo. Sunflower Babe TT. What's going on? Um, I ended up doing a lot of errands, so I was glad to be out. The weather was really nice. I had a great appointment with the doctor. Um, they're they feel like, my situation from the other day is doing very well, so that's good news. I have good news, and I was really like, I like her. It was a new doctor that I went to see, and I really liked her a lot. She how when they're just like, okay, you need this, you need that, you need that. Like she was just like very much like, okay, part like team. Like I felt like she's on my team. Didn't feel like I had to sit there and advocate for myself. It was like, okay, like she had a plan and she was using her license, and I liked that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was very good. Anyway, so it was a good day, and I feel so much better from last week. I cannot even begin to explain between from last week to this week. But yeah, this week was interesting, and we talked about this morning a little bit. Um but there's just a lot going on. But anyway, let's stick with Jen and CG for right now. Um this was a mess this week, and there's really two lives to talk about. I don't know what you guys prefer. Do you guys want to talk about the live where they did the part 1 basketball wives and they started going in on Evelyn, or do you want to just pick up with the Ratchet family live from the other day when they said they weren't, when Christian said he wasn't going live anymore, and he proceeded to go live on YouTube for almost damn 2 hours again? That one is almost kind of priceless because Unc and Auntie were there. Then they called Christian's mother on FaceTime and put her on the face on a they put her a on a stand and in front of the camera, so she was kind of part of the chat. And then if that wasn't bad enough, they had to call her sister. So Auntie, his uncle's wife, so from his daddy's side, they were there at the house. He called his mama on the phone, and then the mom called her sister on FaceTime. So there were two people on FaceTime. Armani was back up in there, the one that introduced them at damn Nobu. I mean, it was a mess. And they talked so reckless about everybody. They were talking reckless about everybody. Okay, hold on. That's what y'all want to see? Oh my God. Girl, but Papoose and Remy posting the damn pawn shop receipts. That was, I really felt so bad for Papoose last night. There's nothing like a guy with a broken heart who's been cheated on. I was like, Remy, really? Is that how we're doing? He says she never home. He says she's never home, and she doesn't spend time with her daughter. I was like, Remy, is that really what's going on over there? I was shocked. Okay. This news is for entertainment purposes, and any allegations are gossip and tea. Okay, don't take this too seriously. Okay, it was low. It was really sad. So we'll have to talk about that this weekend. as a husband and a father, I'm gonna say this. You know, marriages are complicated, right? Um, I just think that as a person, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not gonna even say as a man. I'm gonna say as a person, don't ever like you should never do anything that compromises at the end of the day compromises who you are as an individual. It should never have to be, well, I did this so somebody else could shine at my own expense, so I didn't have a paycheck, I didn't have savings, I didn't have money, or I gave my last and then I found out that that person was um never going to reciprocate or whatever, because I felt bad for him because it sounded like to me that he put up his last dollar to make sure Remy got back up, and she doesn't give a fuck. Clarissa needs to take a page out of every woman I'm sure that's in her comments and sit down and let them handle this and be cute, keep showing off her amazing physique and you know, she's very beautiful, she's fit and tight, she's 30. It is, if there's one thing that's bothering Remy Ma right now, is that Clarissa 30, okay, with a tight body and a career on the rise, okay? um Nothing against Remy Ma, but Remy, baby, Remy's over. You know, Remy's popular, and I can't take anything away from her. But at the end of the day, baby, um, I don't want to say too much because I'm sure someone out there will be offended. I'm just saying, Clarissa is new school. Remy is, she's damn near old school right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, come on now. Clarissa is the comment that Remy wrote about, if you're 30 and you're dating a man that's 47 and he's got a 29-year-old daughter and and all the way to a 6-year-old, like all kinds of just it just told me right there Remy is bothered because Clarissa is young. I'm so disappointed in Remy Papoose situation. I thought they were solid in the marriage. Well, it's you know, look at it this way. If your marriage was falling apart, are you going to tell everybody you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, once you realize it's broken, that's when people will start to find out, hey, me and so and so. I had a friend actually who got married the same year I met my husband, right? And I'm saying met, not when we like officially got together or anything. But they've been together for a long time. And she just told me the other day that they are now legally separated and they just filed for divorce. I was like, get the fuck out of here. What? I was shocked. That's just not something, you know what I mean? You know, most couples do a good job at keeping up a good face at the cookouts, at the weddings, at the family reunions, and all of the things, because most of the time there is love there. But if you're ready to break up, it's once it's done, that's when everybody's going to find out. So I feel like we're not the only ones who are surprised. I'm sure people in their personal life, even if they knew a year ago, they probably were still like we are right now. Like, I thought you guys were good. What's going on? What's happening? Also because that man loves you so much and you were out here spreading your puss around. According to him, according to him, you don't even come home at night, right? That's what he said. So, a mess, right? Yeah, Clarissa needs to just mind her business, which is Papoose now, and like mind her business and be supportive with a nice massage. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mixed up with the wife. Don't even bother. Because all she's going to do is goat her into something that the lawyer is going to talk about, that she's aggressive or she's this or she's threatened to kick my butt and I don't want my daughter over there. You know what I mean? It just makes it more complicated, right? So, but we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. But yeah, as of this morning, I had seen the third video. Girl, I stayed up last night. I was gonna come live here, and then I started watching the video. Girl, I got stuck. And then I caught the other one this morning, the number 3 video. And then Clarissa was posting them damn pawn shop receipts. And I was like, well, damn. Seriously? Is that what we're doing? So that's where I left off at. So I need to finish getting caught up. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm posting this over on Real Talk. Okay. Let me find the video so we can talk about it. This was a lot. Well, let me show you guys. Hold on. All right, let me present my screen. Okay, how's everybody doing? If you're new here, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Hello everybody. Happy Friday. Hi Chandra. I think he does still love her, but he's probably very hurt. But I'm gonna look if hopefully he's getting some counseling. Hey, Miss Corey. Hey, Bible lady. Hey, boo boo. Hopefully he's getting some counseling. Danny, what's good? There is nothing. I'm sorry. Once your man starts sleeping around or your lady is sleeping around, people don't come home. That's just so disrespectful to the relationship. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. There's no way. If all of a sudden my man wasn't coming home and he's laid up over at some bitch's house for hours or days, baby, it's over. It's over. It's over. Okay? Seriously. He said she wasn't coming home and they weren't even sleeping in the same bed. He said they had a couple of beds in the bedroom. He's in the bed with the baby. And Remy's over there by herself texting under the blanket with Boo Boo and then disappearing or not coming home. And then one time she had a lady friend over and she was over there sleeping in the bed with Miss Ma'am. And then he thought they were sleeping together. He didn't know what was going on. So to me, I'm sorry, she would just be doing too much for me. I couldn't have all that. Girl, I would have to be on some anti-anxiety. I could not. I would not be able to deal with that type of situation in my house at all. I got to be able to sleep. And that would have me crazy. I couldn't do that. That's a recipe for I need the police. I need the sheriffs here immediately. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's a episode of Snapped waiting to happen. Hell no. Yeah, that's too much. That's on. I'm gonna make your life better, and I'm gonna let you be where you want to be. You can go ahead. Don't even worry about coming home because we're good. All right, girl. This was so ghetto. Okay, this is how far I got. I guess I missed the last 10 minutes.
You can announce yourself. Who?
Okay, hold on. So keep in mind, he said, so this is CG. If anyone's just now coming in, you guys know who this is. If you're over here, baby, you already know who this is. This is Jennifer's wife, husband. He's a basketball wife too. And this is Jennifer. He's married to Jennifer Williams. Okay. Let me show you something though. In the other one, you guys know I brought this to you guys at Christmas
That has
time.
been very up and down.
You know, I was watching. I watched their little vlogs, and they were trying to be cute on the plane going to Vegas, and we all knew they didn't get married in Paris. I mean, it was just so obvious, right? Something made me check Clark County, and you guys know we talked about this right around Christmas, and they got married. They showed their little Clark County receipt. It's like no point. First of all, it's no point in showing it 10 days ago. Like the tea has already been spilled on your marriage. We already know when you got married, where you got married, how you got married. And that was in Vegas at a chapel. Okay. So he showed the papers. He didn't show the marriage certificate. But if you go back in my Jen and CG playlist, I've got that um right around the time, I think the day or after they did this, I did a live saying that I knew that they had gotten, I was just waiting for my paperwork to come back from Clark County, and they'd already been exposed. But they didn't get married until December. It was like December 17th or something in Vegas. Which they had their little, their little ceremony or whatever you want to call it in Vegas. Probably because they, at a certain point, maybe they really did need to solidify things. I don't know if Jennifer had cold feet. I don't know what the reason was to not even, they could have gone to Paris already with the civil service here in the United States. Their Paris wedding wouldn't have been legal anyway. They still would have need to have had a civil service here. So why they didn't do it before they went to Paris doesn't, I don't know. They didn't talk about that. Like, why did you go to Paris and you guys hadn't gotten your paperwork so that it would just have been final, and people asking you if you're married, right? You actually legally got married. Sorry, the dogs are barking. You legally got married months later, trying to be cute. Anyway, so this is the one. We'll look at this some other time, but this was like 10 days ago. So people were calling him out for being a scammer. People were talking about his trades. He might have been talking a little bit about his lawsuit. This was more like directed at Evelyn, and then the auntie was on here again popping her shit.
I'm still waiting to pull. I mean, where can I pull up?
She cannot stand Evelyn, and she has threatened Evelyn to like a street fight. Like, ma'am, really? She's threatened Evelyn to street fights, all kinds of mess. I am not an Evelyn Lozada fan, but you know what I'm saying? Like, ma'am, you are too grown. Stop playing. Because Evelyn might just surprise you. I don't know. I have no idea, but I wouldn't be a big grown age woman trying to threaten people to street fights. Okay. Especially if, I don't know. They got permission from the judge to go have a fake wedding. Right. They told the judge they were going to get married, and they actually did not. I don't even know what you call that. I mean, it was a wedding of sorts, but they did not get married. They got married like 5 months later, but whatever. You know what I mean? He seems to be able to slip through the cracks on things. He seems to be able to finesse, put it that way. He seems like he can really kind of finesse a situation. Girl, auntie is a whole mess, okay?
Pull it up in LA.
Drop the Addy.
Drop the Addy. Sis,
drop the Addy.
it's so, she must really be a stay-at-home wife, because nobody, and Jen, don't think that this is not coming off on you. Like, this doesn't look good for you. Like, just because you're keeping quiet and you're just smirking doesn't make it not ghetto trashy on you. Like, you, girl, it's a mess.
Address you didn't want to save. I mean, I've been here. I've been ready on go. At a Chevron, at the Texaco, at the goddamn Mexican cantina.
But if Evelyn came, or Evelyn's daughter came and dragged you across the gas station, and auntie's over there in the hospital, Jennifer, do you like, you are promoting and creating a situation for people to get into fights over, and let people do your dirty work. Why is this woman over here caping for you two on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is weird. It's like, why you got her doing your dirty work? It's crazy, right? Evelyn has been way unbothered all over her IG. Evelyn is busy with her daughter doing her podcast, trying to make a bag. These girls have, Evelyn and Shanice, baby, they have bags to make. They got kids. I'm sure they got mortgages or rent to pay. Baby, they don't have time to be playing around with stuff that doesn't make a coin, and also creating situations that can prevent bags. So yeah, I wouldn't let someone not on the show have me put in a situation where the suits are not wanting to put me up for another contract. Yeah, I wouldn't fall for that either. I don't know if Auntie is trying to be a friend to the show and get a check too. I'm not really sure what's going on. All right, let's go to, so the other day, like I said, Jen and CG went live on Instagram because CG was bothered because his second baby mom, who's got the 2 kids, went live talking about he's not paying child support, he's not supporting his kids. He even said he hadn't seen his kids since May. He hasn't seen his kids since last May, and she's dropping receipts and all kinds of stuff. So he went on Instagram to set the record straight. We did a live the other day, so if you hadn't seen that, go catch up. And he said, this is the last time I'm going to talk about it. And then what does he do? Baby, the whole family around the dinner table get together.
I know we only got 20 people on. We did drop the link in the
okay. And they're gonna take, he said we dropped the link. They wanted to take some damn call-ins. Okay. He said we dropped the link. I wish I was live when this was going on, so I didn't know. I think someone came in. Yeah, someone was in the live and said they went live, but I couldn't broadcast it when I was live. And of course, girl, I wish I would have known that he had dropped a call in, because I would have been like, look, I'm calling from the other side of the YouTube streets and Bougie Gang has questions. Let them go live again and drop the link so we can ask some questions. I might. I really might, because it's like, is this content? Are you guys just playing with the people? I mean, I don't think the lady, because we know the paperwork is legit. We've talked about the child support situation. We have followed his probation revocation, all of his legal troubles. We have followed that on my channel. And then obviously there are others. Simone Redwine obviously has been following, but I've been following Jen and CG as well for a minute. As soon as she introduced us to this goofball and they got a YouTube channel, and I was like, why does he sound like Life Jennings? It's giving he's a criminal. There was something about him when she first brought him out here that sparked my interest. As far as he was a goofball. So he's been pretty consistent ever since. He having seen his kids. What? Sis, y'all need to stop with this. He said in the video on Instagram, you can go watch it, that he had not seen his children, the little kids. I don't know about his son. He has another son with another woman. He said that he has not seen his kids since May of 2024. That's what he said. Okay. So that's what he said. Okay. That's what he said. Okay.
What's up, YouTube family? Welcome to another episode of Life with Jen and CG. The comments are on subscriber mode. If you are not a subscriber, you have 5 minutes.
I think on top of everything,
you have 5 minutes to subscribe in order to comment.
On top of everything, number one, they're trying to get their own show. That's number one. I think we heard that in the subtext of his video with Jen the other day. He wants off Basketball Wives. He's hoping for Jen to segue off and for them to get their own show. Jen is a producer, so I don't know if maybe she doesn't have the backing yet for her own show. I don't know if she thinks that she's going to, I don't know. I don't know what they think they're going to do, but if he wants to play out his scammer life on a reality show, I don't know that he and Jen are going to make it, because that's what happens with reality shows. What is problematic in your relationship is going to be the content, and that's probably what's going to also be that's going to split you guys up if you two are not strong enough in your relationship, right? I think they're trying to, they belong on Zeus. Okay.
For our supporters, we did this on the YouTube channel. We did this on Instagram. I can't even get it right. I went live on Instagram maybe like 2 hours ago. What's going on, Dr. Lori Lux? I went live on Instagram addressing all of the social media shenanigans, of course, posted about the blogs, whatever have you. So I wanted to definitely come over to this platform and give our subscribers the nitty gritty and give y'all my truth. So I'm gonna give people some time. I know we only got 20 people on.
He wanted to come on and give everybody his truth. Meanwhile, you just gave it to everybody for an hour on Instagram. But they shut down that one and came live over here. And here we go.
We did drop the link in the on Instagram a few minutes ago. So sorry for the I don't even know how to put it, Dave, but
Last minute.
it was last minute. But of course, say hey, we got uncle, auntie in the back. You know they always rhyme with us. They always here.
I'm here. Hi.
We try to get this frame right.
Jen and CG Senior. That's Jen and CG Senior, and then Jen and CG.
All right. It's always weird because when you move right, it's going back.
I'm gonna stay right here.
My godmom in the comments saying my nickname and stuff.
Move it over so you can see full face. Yeah, there we go.
All right, I'm gonna try to address and look at the comments as much as possible.
He's trying to get a check, okay?
That I can still see.
I can't see that part.
Jim, my Virgo Queen, Birmingham in the house. What's up, B Ham?
Hey.
We coming back. We want some of that good food. No hog mugs, no pork. But everything else, we in it for. If you were on, did y'all see the Instagram? I just want to get some interaction real quick. Did y'all see the Instagram live? Janice from Cincinnati, what's going on? Welcome to the live.
Hey, Cincy.
Forever Blessed said no. Lucky Sport, no. Okay. Well, you can go watch that after you watch this. The good thing is we're doing this in live, so y'all can interact with us in real time. But there were some things put out on social media from my children's mother. And it was actually brought to my attention. It's not anything I fish for. I actually don't follow her on social media platforms. And I'm also blocked. So if she watches me, it's probably from a I call them bot accounts. So I took to social media because you guys know.
Girl, they have 31,000 subscribers and he couldn't get more than 20 people. Now this does have 5,000 views, but I don't know what the makeup is of their, they don't really go live like that. Maybe now that they're going live and then people know it's a train wreck over here, people will start flocking when they go live, especially since Basketball Wives is happening now. And, Basketball Wives does have a pretty, it has a good following and all that. I don't know why after the shit show and it's on all the vlogs, all the blogs like Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk, like his crash out showed up across Instagram and it was on TikTok and everything. I don't know. Maybe people just, I don't know. I can't tell you, girl. But yeah, it's a mess.
You guys are subscribed to the channel. You guys follow me on Instagram. You know that I don't respond to the noise. I pretty much just keep quiet and continue to live my life. And I think everyone should be in a place where they just wake up and worry about their own problems. Now, my situation with my children's mother, it's been going on for a little bit over, let's say almost 2 years now. She filed for child support. And then she withdrew that filing, pretty much trying to, I guess, keep it. We've been trying to work it out outside of court. And these are receipts I put. I can't screen share the receipts on this because I don't know how to work this webcam stuff. But if you go to my Instagram, you can see it. We tried to make amends off and out of court. It's typically the way people try to do it instead of bringing the law in, because once the judge makes an order, that's the judge's order, right? You have no control over that. So June 18th of last year, she sent over somebody said Auntie Snag. Yes, she did. She sent over a letter, got it notarized, and she said that she didn't want to take it to court. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I and my uncle sitting behind me because he's been through this and he's been to my court dates, right? I am in a position, and I've been in a position where I want to go to court and I want to be put on child support so we can stop with the back and forth. Because 1 week, you're happy for me and my marriage. The next week, I'm a deadbeat dad. The following week, congratulations on your engagement. Congratulations on your marriage.
Can I just say something? I would be really like, do you know what is any of you guys who have like a hype man at your house? Like, he just is too off the damn chain. He's so damn off the chain. I don't know what it is Jen likes about this guy. He's too hype. He's got so much drama. But Jen seems to like drama, though. We all know that. If you follow Jen for any period of time, you already know Jen loves this damn drama. I mean, it's one damn thing after another. Ever since she got with this guy, it's girl. I'm just overstimulated. It's just too much. It's like, would you sit your ass down, sir? Would you relax?
And then now you have let a certain individual or individuals get in your ear, and now you want to take to social media saying that you've never received child support. Now, let me make this clear. I don't have a child support order. I'm waiting on a child support order. There's a difference. Number two, I have sent my children's mother money more than once on multiple occasions, which there are also receipts provided for that. If you ask me, she's gotten well over the amount that I've seen on my Instagram live. I saw mothers in there with 3 kids that were getting $500 a month, which is absolutely insane. But the amount,
well, if they're getting $500 a month, they're not with a man who says he's worth $6 million. So why bother to say that? They got some working class dude who does what he does, and it's giving $500 a month. You can't compare yourself, Mr. Hermes. You cannot compare yourself, Mr. $50,000 watches, to the man who can afford $500 a month. I know that's not what we're doing. I know Preakness is not comparing himself to the average man who pays $500. Is that what he's doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? He's ridiculous. Like, anyone with any drop of intelligence should know that that's lunch money for you and Jen. Surely you're not entertaining that your children should have to be in a household where their mother is going to have to manage a $500 support check. Is that what you're talking about?
she was getting was well over some of the comments I was seeing. And we're talking about 2 babies that are not in school. She's a stay-at-home mom. She watches over them 24 hours a day. This is just what.
Did Jen say we don't know? Jen.
This is what.
Girl, hold on.
She watches over them 24 hours a day. This is just.
Jen, where's your kids at? Jen, do you have 2 children by this man? Do you have any of his 3 children? That's what I would like to know. And we already know the answer to that. No. Do you hear her?
This is what's brought to me. So I'm going to deliver to you what's brought to me. And ever since I got married, there's been a couple of women tripping, just like you said. This is not to bash my children's mother because I'm not here to do that, but I am here to respond because a lot of the time.
Is he trying to say that there's people out here salty because he's off the market, of which they're probably like, girl, bye?
You guys see something about me on the internet, you go to my page and then there's no response because I don't do the back and forth. But now it's like the video was sent to me and I said, all right, it's time for me to break silence because now it's going too far. And then now the kids are getting involved. I'm definitely going to talk. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but now the kids are involved, and it's a very, very soft spot in me, in my heart when it comes to them, right? Because I've been going through this repeatedly since we split, all right? On and off. Now, answering it kind of went up a little bit, but answering the person's question, when did it start happening? I just said it started happening when Jennifer and I got married, right? There's a woman by the name of Evelyn Lozada that got upset because she was actually present at the engagement and she was clapping. Sometimes you got to watch who's clapping on the front row. Some people show up to funerals and weddings and engagements just to get up under your skin. I mean, get up under you and be in your business. You got to watch who's clapping on the front row because soon after it was, don't marry him. It was a cryptic tweet the day of our wedding. Okay? Cryptic tweets, like on the day of a woman's wedding. That's not the way. That's not what you do to your friends, right? Now, allegedly, there's a few people or a certain someone that got into the ear of my children's mother and I wouldn't say coerced her, but influenced her to come on to social media and say, hey, he hasn't paid child support. He has not seen his kids But I'm here to tell you that I've been going to court. I went to court and she wasn't in court. There was also abandonment charge filed because she was saying that I was abandoning my children. When we got to court, guess what? The judge pretty much said, we don't have jurisdiction over this because there's no child support order. I consulted with an attorney upon being served for child support, and that attorney told me until this commences, then you don't send anything because you have to wait for you to get a court order. So do I want to provide financially for my children? Of course. Do I want to see them? Yes, because at a certain time, they were coming over here. They were around Jennifer. They slept over here. They've been here, right?
I don't believe that. And I think the lady said that it was minimal. Maybe it was one time, if I'm correct. I may be wrong. So let me put that footnote on there, is that to my recollection, based on a video that I saw where Jen and CG were talking, they tried to make it seem like the children, she'd interacted with them on numerous occasions, but when Natalia, the baby mother in question, because he's got two, he has an older son. I think his older son could be like 14 at this point. I'll find the video where Jen and CG first got together and he was kind of talking about himself. He was dropping his tea. I'll find it and I'll break into this with some of his facts, like as far as like his prison sentence, his children. At the time, this could be 2 years ago, I think that he had like a 12 or 13-year-old. Like he was I guess he was like a teenage dad, put it that way. So maybe he could have had a kid at like 17, 18, 19. So he has a like low teenager, like a maybe right above tween, something like that. And if you follow his mother's page, she has pictures of this kid and he's probably like somewhere between like, let's say 12 and 14. Okay, that's one. And then he had back to back with this lady who's now shown up on TikTok. Okay.
In the house, and they've been in our presence and they felt the love and the energy. So it's very odd that a lot of times Black men, and I'm not just making it a Black thing, but a lot of men have to deal with this, from whether you want to call it bitter baby moms or bitter women. And they want to, as my uncle says, dangle the carrot and say, hey, yeah, you can send child support. Even if there was an order, you can send child support. But guess what? In the state of Georgia, to answer a lot of your questions, in the state of Georgia, a lot of you, if you are on child support, you're probably in different states. In the state of Georgia, there has to be legitimization from that. Even if my name is on the birth certificate, legitimization is first. Of course, I submitted a paternity test, even though I know that they're my children, but I had to take the correct steps and make sure all my ducks were in a row. So I took a paternity test. I waited months to get results from the paternity test because what you fail to realize is both parties have to submit DNA. I can't submit it, then she doesn't submit it, and then also have the kids do it. Also, both sides have to submit financials for them to build something called a child support worksheet. We went months, right? And my uncle was there. We submitted documents. She asked for P&Ls due to the nature of my business. I submitted everything. Months go by, nothing submitted from the custodial parent.
Jennifer seems like she got something else to do. Exactly. Hello. Look at that, Miss Bucka. Jennifer looks like, can I go up to the room? I'm trying to go watch Handmaid's Tale. Girl, the last thing I would want to do is be sitting when I could, like, what? I would not want to be sitting.
So it puts me in a position of, I can't go to the court and put a gun to the clerk's head and say, hey, put me on the calendar. That's just not how it works in the state of Georgia. And the state of Georgia is actually, Auntie, is it pro-mother? Or am I saying it right?
It is. It's not even about the pro-child.
Pro-child. So if you guys saw the order that was posted online by Neighborhood Talk, Shade Room, whatever, you guys see that it was my two children's name versus me. Yes. Right? So thanks for correcting me, y'all. Right. So another thing is, I have a lot of comments saying, well, that shouldn't stop you from wanting to provide support for your children. You can't provide support. Number one, I don't have a phone number. I've been completely blocked. I've reached out countless amounts of times. Receipts can be provided. Number two, not only did I reach out, but grandparents have reached out. Grandparents have purchased Christmas gifts. She's saying, no, we don't want it. And number three, we don't know where you live. We don't know if you are in another state. because when we went to abandonment hearing, you were in another state. And that was another reason why the magistrate judge said, we can't have jurisdiction over this if you're in another state. Also, a cease and desist was sent to me. So I'm reaching out saying, hey, let's sit down, let's meet, let's draw an agreement because you sent this letter to the court saying that.
Right. So the baby mom posted the last couple of letters from the docket that show that they're actually waiting on him. One thing that we know about Christian and most men who are, and not even, I don't want to say most men, I'm going to say it like this, most people who are under the gun or under pressure or stress looking bad because they got a oopsie daisy going on, they're going to skew the story. There's very few people who, who don't like to admit their wrongs, who are going to come and say, you know what, I fucked up. I haven't been doing what I was supposed to do. My bad, because I should have done better because these kids, you know what I'm saying? If my baby mom, is suffering, then my kids are suffering and da 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 da. Most, people just aren't going to do that. Admit when they've wronged, especially when you've got ego problems, which this guy does. Clearly, he has a ego issue, and he's nothing is going to be his fault at all, because he's still trying to reconcile that he took off when his baby was 2 months old and the other one was just over 1. He's trying to reconcile that he created 2 kids back to back, and he had been this is my opinion. He had been studying Jennifer. He knew all about her. And Jennifer was over there at Nobu, and Armani called him and told him to get his ass downstairs because Miss Sangle was downstairs to the bar looking sad and lonely. And she got a thing for Chris Brown. So get your ass down here quick, because we getting ready to get this lick. Okay? My opinion, based on the videos I've seen. Okay? He got down there pretending like he was somebody when he said that he was a damn stay-at-home dad. Hey, boo. Hey, sippers. Okay? Because we sipping on this tea right now. Okay. Armani was over there slanging drinks at Nobu. Jennifer was over there lonely, and he hooked it up for him to be able to meet. She got a thing for Chris Brown. She said he reminded her of Chris Brown. Okay. Yes. That's what she was attracted to. The bad boy. She likes that. Okay. But Jennifer, he's not Chris Brown. Okay. He's not. And he's, Chris Brown. We don't see Chris Brown's baby moms coming to going live yet. We don't see that. But anywho, she got set up. In my opinion, I think that Armani finessed her because she was hanging out at his bar at Nobu, which Nobu's a popular restaurant in LA. It's all over Vegas, New York, and it's a global, restaurant chain. And she was frequenting that particular location, and or was it in Atlanta? They met at Nobu somewhere. Okay, it was either Atlanta or LA. And Armani was working. He said he went in to go see Armani, but it turns out he was living in the building where Nobu had their restaurant, I guess. It was in Buckhead. Yeah, so it was in Atlanta. And she said they were in there and shut down the restaurant. And no sooner did... Yeah, it had to be Atlanta because that's where the kids were. No sooner do they meet, he was like moving out the next week. So ma'am had just had a second baby. She just had a baby. Baby was 2 months old. He's downstairs all night at Nobu getting to know this woman, and fucking moves out like a week or two later. I think she has a right to be salty.
You want to, dismiss this and you want to just hash it out with the father of your children. I was completely fine with whatever. I reached back out. I get back in town from, I don't know if I was either out of town for filming or vacation. I can't remember that far back. But I get back in town and I'm saying, hey, let's meet up. Let's talk. Let's get this solidified. Let's get this attorney involved to sign off on it, whatever. Let's get it notarized. And then hormones start kicking in again. Like I said, ping pong back and forth. And here we are. Because for me, I don't know how you guys act with cease and desist, because I've sent them out before expecting that person to abide by the cease and desist. My wife has sent those out before, which you guys probably know about. Us, you send me a cease and desist, whether it comes from you or an attorney, I'm not going to harass you. I'm not going to continue to reach out. You said you want to settle this in court, then we're going to settle it in court. We'll figure visitation out in court. The court will determine the amount of child support. So all I'm saying is, you put certain receipts out, but put all of them out.
And they say you missed 2 court dates. You would have been arrested.
If I missed 2 court dates, and you guys can chime in the comments. Like I said, I don't know who's on child support, who actually, took the child support order out, whatever.
There was a court date, but he had gone to Europe. Now, if they can't prove that when they filed for the court date, because he was expected to be in court at the same time that he was going to Europe to marry Jennifer, if that's his story and he's sticking to it, maybe they sent it to an unknown address, because these people move a lot. Or, maybe they had an address which was an apartment for him, and then he moved in with Jen. Whatever the case was, there was notification sent, and the date that he was to be in child support court, he was in Europe. They reset it. So there were a couple of dates. I've followed the docket, and he has missed court dates. He might not want to acknowledge it, because his story will be, well, I didn't get it. But if I can log into the docket, I have nothing to do with the case, and he can file. He can log into the docket. He's got an attorney. He can have his attorney look it up. He can log into Cobb County. It's public information. There's no way that you can say that you don't know the information when it's public access. You don't even have to have a username or password. You just go look it up.
But it was said on social media that, number one, that I wasn't paying child support. I'm not on child support currently. What I was sending was because I wanted to provide financially for them. Even though
provide financially, send her a Cash App.
I wasn't seeing them as much as I wanted to see them at the time.
Put whatever you thought was her phone number into Cash App and see if her name pops up. Maybe she's got you dealt with this woman long enough to have 2 babies. You don't know her PayPal. You don't know her Cash App. You don't know her Zelle. You don't know her mom's phone number. You don't know anybody who can give you a Cash App, a Zelle, a Venmo, a PayPal, a wire, nothing. You don't know anybody.
It's not in order, because there is no order.
Also, aside from that, if it puts me in a weird position, because I'm just like, okay.
Yes.
And my uncle would tell you, I'm stressed out about this. I've cried about this. I'm like, yo, when will this end? But I have to understand, I can only control what I can control. I can do my part.
Well, you've showed up to every court date.
I've showed up to every court date. If I skip court, there would be a warrant. And I don't know how it is in other states. Like, I'm not speaking on your state. I'm speaking on our state, which is Georgia.
Right.
If you don't show up,
the person that put out there, you missed court 2 times. Get your facts straight before you have a defamation case on your hands.
I'm so confused. Just because you don't have an order, though, doesn't mean. So here's the thing. How can you pay someone when you're blocked on all platforms? How can you pay someone if you don't know where they live?
To the person that put out, you better be. If there's a docket and there were court dates and you did not show up to court, if the court has no proof that he received the notification, it's not a criminal indictment. It's okay. The court doesn't have sufficient information to serve this person properly for them to report to court. But if they believe that you are ignoring their notices, then that's a different story. So maybe there wasn't any kind of, legal action because you didn't show up to 2, but there were several court dates that were on the docket that had to be rescheduled because they had no proof that he received the notice to show up. His story sounds like he didn't know he had court, but he did have court. He says he didn't know he had court. They're trying to say he didn't miss court. How is it? Can't you just admit you did miss court, but maybe you didn't have the notification? Maybe you're just pretending that you ignored it. But if they continue to say, I didn't know anything about it and I didn't miss anything, it's being disingenuous because there were multiple court dates and maybe he didn't get notification. Maybe they had an old address, but at the end of the day, to say you didn't miss court, it's like, oh, okay. And then to shut people up because they play like they have money, they threaten people with lawsuits. Like, you're going to win a defamation lawsuit over you not showing up to, like, it's like, y'all sound silly.
What's confusing about that?
I can't pull up.
Right.
I can't call. I can't text. I can't ask for a request or input. I'm blocked from all platforms. Like, y'all have to think. Let
me just interject for a second, because it really is a shame that you even have to get on here and do this. Because she decided to.
Jen, it's a shame that you have to get on here and do this. This is something that as a man, he should have done like all the other men do. Get on here in your little man cave or your vehicle or however you did it the other day when you were mostly by yourself as a man and talk about your drama and your shit. To sit here and have a damn family meeting like this is really trash.
Go to social media behind what somebody else posted. And it's just like, if you really want to have peace and have this resolved, it can happen outside of the court, because this is what you guys were trying to do. But now you add in all these extra layers. It really could be so simple and amicable. And really, the people that are suffering are the children behind this because of someone else's misery. It's just like, have an adult conversation, co-parent, figure it out, and that's that. And if you want it to be solidified, it can be notarized. You can then file it with the court, whatever. I don't know how this shit works, but to say all of this and then you're not doing your part and submitting your paperwork, it's just like, let's come to a peaceful understanding, because all it is like, it really is nobody's business. And I feel sorry for you, babe, that you have to even address this. And I know we try and just be like, okay, we're going to block out the noise because you don't want to stoop to people's level. But at a certain point, when people keep saying things about you, you do have to address certain things. It's just like, all right, enough is enough. You know, a person can only take so much. And there's a way to do it and be respectful. Like, nobody's trying to bash her. It's just like, let's figure it out, because hopefully at some point you'll find someone that you'll fall in love with, and Christian's gonna have to meet that person. It's gonna have to all be one happy family at some point. So to do all of this is just so unnecessary. And then it's like, why are you going to social media? Because you want to try and tarnish him, or you want to get people on your side. It's so unnecessary. You can pick up the phone and call. Actually, his mother, who we're about to call, has tried to reach out to her. Can we get Gigi on the line?
And my wife also had a conversation, being the mature woman she is. She had a conversation with the mother of my children. I'm not going to say any names. I don't do that. The mother of my kids is her name. If you want to know her name, you figure it out. This is not to speak bad about the mother of my kids. This is to address, because I never do any addressing. We can get my mother on the line, because now you have to understand the actions also spiral, because the family gets affected too. If you're a grandmother or grandfather on this live, I don't know what it feels like to be a grandmother or grandfather, but these two do. And I know the love that they have for their grandchildren is crazy. My mother reached out to the mother of my children, and guess what? She wanted to send Christmas gifts. I
Some
mean, the
people
list goes.
don't care about Christmas gifts. I mean, maybe the kids' Christmas was already taken care of. What they want is food in the refrigerator. Maybe she wants eggs. Maybe she wants daycare money. Maybe she wants her insurance paid for. Maybe she needs help to keep a roof over their head because you two were planning a life together, but your friend, you and your hypergamous friend from down to the bar knew that there was a lick coming in, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you were trying to catch that lick. Okay. You wanted to climb, you wanted to social climb, and somebody was looking for somebody, and you went and tried your luck, and basically you bounced. You had two fresh babies. The reason why Jennifer is going through this hell is because you decided to be with this dude who had he had a fresh baby. He had a baby that was just 1 years old, and a woman upstairs in that apartment building who just had two kids. Of course she's salty. And he packs up and bounces. Yeah, she's salty, and she's probably going to stay salty. I don't blame her. And then they try to make it seem like, oh, well, we want you to be happy. You can meet somebody else and then you can move on with your life. She's busy raising two kids. She might not want to meet anybody and move on with her. Moving on with her life is to have enough funds and not have to go on the internet and see you guys profiling and flexing. And she's trying to figure out how to buy these expensive ass eggs and milk.
On. And it's not just my mother. Like, let me see the no, not yet. Like, see,
we ready for you. You're gonna be about to be on the YouTube channel. Okay.
Turn this brightness. My mom want to talk to y'all. So y'all got auntie week before last, I think. I don't know. I can't keep up that.
They got auntie today.
My mother's,
y'all need to go look at that Instagram.
My mother's mom. You are facing the screen, but you can talk. They can see you. You can't see them, but they can see you.
Listen, you got a taste of my little sister last week. You got a taste of my little sister. I'm Regina Monet. I'm the biological mother of Christian Gold and the mother-in-law of Jennifer Williams Gold.
Ooh.
See, I sat back long enough because I am not the person that carries drama, entertains drama. I normally go to bed at 6:30, 7 o'clock p.m. because I am a businesswoman. I'm a career woman. But something told me I was packing my bag because I'm celebrating my 13-year anniversary with my husband over the weekend. I was packing my bag this evening, and the Holy Spirit told me, no, stay up for a while. See, it's a thing like this.
Not that she said the Holy Spirit told her to stay up for a little while. Okay, she reminds you of Hi Whitney.
If you're gonna tell it all. Tell the truth. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to answer to God. I'm a woman of conviction. Obviously, she's not a woman of conviction. She's been faking conviction. But if she don't get it right, if she don't right her wrongs, God is going to turn her over to the devil.
Let me tell you something. I would be like, Judge, sir, I can't send my kids over here. Look how this woman is addressing me through the computer. She makes me nervous. I'm not sending my kids over there. They're off the chain. My kids are calm and peaceful. I cannot. You know what I'm saying? I can't send my kids over there to that mess.
I'm not entertaining nobody's games. Like I said, you got my little sister last week, and she's a monkey. Okay, she's a monkey. I can be the devil. So guess what? It's on and popping. I've raised my sons to be upright, standing young men. To tell the truth, do what's right, and if you are wrong about something, right your wrongs. I don't take their side. I'm always on the side of right. So guess what? You know who you say you are. You know who you are. I'm not going to call you by your name. I'm going to call you it.
So your mom is on your YouTube channel. Your wife is on Basketball Wives. You guys are on your YouTube channel. Your mother My children's fraternal grandmother is over here on this internet calling me it. Yeah, access would be denied, access not granted. Okay, supervised visits. Okay, it would be a problem. That's some mess. You know what I'm saying? This is some mess.
You need to get it together. I sent her a text message a couple months ago, right after the Christmas holidays, went to Christmas shopping for the babies, and asked her, I said, I don't have your address. I would love to drop off the children's gifts. She replied, no, thank you. So if you're going to sit here and get out on social media and try to play victim, guess what? Tell the truth. I knew y'all wasn't going to make it in the first place. I knew y'all wasn't going to make it in the first place because if you remember, you reached out to me on social media.
So why didn't you tell your son to stop laying that pipe and putting them babies in her? If you knew they weren't going to make it anyway, and you trained your sons to be upstanding men, what upstanding men is out here piping females down and putting babies and running off with the first lick who got a couple of coins and a TV show? Who's doing that?
For my permission to pursue my son. So if you want to speak truth, speak truth. Now I told you, my little sister's a monkey. I'm worse than that. So you're gonna get it from her end, you're gonna get it from my end, and guess what? I just got off the phone with my older sister. She's 20 times worse than I am. We're gonna support Christian, we're gonna support Jennifer, and all that they represent.
We're gonna support Christian, we're gonna support Jennifer.
And if you don't get it together, you're gonna fall on your freaking face. You got your family and
as a man, this is the wife, this is the mother of your children, and you're gonna allow your mother. When is it time to say, mom? Okay, mom, like mom, whoa, mom. Okay, let's keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we can say at the kitchen table is not what I need for you to be going in on just because you got this camera and you know you're on live stream right now. Chris, yeah, this is ridiculous.
Feeling sorry for you because you cannot be a woman of great character.
Jennifer's happy to have this type of drama because it's going to make it's going to give, like, they can make her the bad guy. They're going to try to make his baby mom, Natalia, the bad guy for why he can't see his kids. That'll be a whole storyline. Well, you know, Christian can't see his kids and my stepkids, you know, he's hurting. And as a wife, I went to okay. That's going to be a whole storyline. That's going to be like, and new on BET, Jen and CG try to get custody, or Jen and Christian wanting to make their family whole so he can get his visitation and whatever. Come on now.
You're the opposite of a woman of great character.
Hold on real quick, mom. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna leave you turned this way. I'm just addressing this because I keep seeing this comment. About it being on social media. These children are going to grow up and learn about all this stuff. Shaking my head, please. So hold on, mom. Hold on. And I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to answer this because I keep seeing comments about it. So when the woman goes on social media to bash the father, y'all expect us to just shut up? Y'all expect us to just kneel down and just be quiet? Yes, the kids do grow old, and the reason why I grew up, my mom didn't put my father on child support, and I'll let her speak on that in a second. But I didn't. Of course, my household was single parent. Yeah, my mother took care of me and my older brother, but my mom and my father never beefed. It was a great co-parenting relationship. Aside from her not even putting him on child support, is child support cool? Yes. I'm sitting here saying that I'm waiting on the order to go through. If social media is saying that I did not pay child support, which is a false statement, be careful and tread lightly about defamatory statements. And I'm be careful. This is a warning, because that is not the truth. If I was sending nearly $3,000 a month, which I provided for receipts for on my live, why the hell would I do that on child support? And I was just doing that willingly without a child support order.
And in Georgia, if you're 90 days behind in child support, your license are suspended. And if you're 120 days, you go to jail. So if he was not paying child support, he would not have a driver's license and he would be incarcerated. in the state of Georgia.
It was 2,200. You can't round up 800. So it shows that you were on the live. But what I didn't show and what I can show is the Cash App transactions, the Apple Pay transactions. Oh, texted me randomly saying, hey, I'm not going to say the name of my kids, but X and X, they need more diapers. They need, another thing I could provide is me having a FaceTime call while me and Jennifer were traveling, and I had to step to the side to do a FaceTime with the potential nanny, an in-home nanny that I agreed that I would pay for. See, you see a little inkling on the internet and then you just glow with it. And that's our problem in the Black community. You see a little inkling, you just, oh, that's the truth. But now my silence is broken.
Did you see Jen talking about I need some wine? Look, can I get some? Look, can I get some wine? Look, it's wine o'clock.
You see a little inkling, you just, oh, that's the truth.
It's wine o'clock. Let's go ahead and get some wine popping. See, Jen's been on reality shows long enough. She already knows it's wine o'clock. Let's get the wine popping so we can really make this ratchet. Let's go. Okay.
But now my silence is broken. Because now you see, it's one thing to come from my pockets, but now you're trying to ruin my reputation. Now you're trying to ruin my integrity. Now you're trying to ruin my character. So if you think I'm going to still shut up, then cool. You can think that. But to answer that.
The butler, I think Armani's back. Armani was there earlier. Armani's going to come back. See Armani right there? Let me just wait till you hear when they talk about they don't drink liquor anymore. They now just enjoy a little wine. Because, you know, based on what I observed, I feel, you know, when people have to make a grand declaration, we don't drink hard liquor anymore. Girl, baby, what? You know what I mean? Just don't drink. You know what I mean? When people got to make a public announcement about they don't drink or they don't drink this, they don't drink that. I only drink on Tuesdays. Baby, come on now.
Yeah.
We're grown.
The mother can come out, because I would never do this to the mother of my children. Actually, I wouldn't do it to anybody because I have my own happiness right here. I have a life. I posted today, 365 days, 365 ways. You wake up and the first thing on your mind is Jennifer and Christian. When we were engaged, when we were boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah, the comments were negative, but they said, oh, they won't make it 6 months. But when we got married, now y'all trying to attack a marriage. Jennifer already said in front of hundreds and thousands and millions of people that the only two people that can break this up is us. So your comments, they really don't matter. The only reason I'm addressing this is because I have an attachment to these children, and these children don't deserve for their father to be bashed, because one thing I would never do is bash their mother on social media. You cannot count how many times I bashed my children's mother. I want her to.
You're not going to bash them, but you let your mother call her it. You let your auntie speak crazy. You let Jennifer address her. This is the lady that said that Jennifer was the side chick. That's I'm just repeating what was said. She said y'all two were together when you met Jennifer and started dealing with her.
Okay. I want her to find peace, and I want her to think for herself instead of the blind leading the blind. Mom, you can pick up.
Well, listen, you were 6 months old and Dee was 3 years old when your father and I parted ways, okay? And your father agreed to he said that you can file child support, so that way I have documentation. But your dad and I came up with an amount that he was comfortable with, and we kept it that way. I'm not going to name this person in the family, but they said that all he's paying you is stay out of our business, because we are doing this together. Stay out of my business. I never took your daddy to court. I never kept you or your brother from your dad. That's the reason why we get along today. That's the reason why. Because, see, I can say this. I'm a woman of character. I'm a woman of integrity. See, I can sit up at what time is it? I can sit up at 11:05 p.m. and say that I'm a woman of character and integrity. I know when to stay in my lane, and I know when to get out of my lane. And tonight, I had to get out of my lane.
Too red. Oh,
I had to.
Is this storyline because Jen and Evelyn still follow each other and Evelyn's annoying as AF? Look, I'm about to.
Let me address
I'm glad I didn't say the F word. See, I'm working. I'm a work in progress.
I'm going to address Evelyn, because no matter how much I address her, she doesn't address me back. She puts up documents. She does all these things.
Calls you a cunt.
Called me a cunt.
Told you to pull up.
Told me to pull up. But she doesn't want to have a conversation. She doesn't want to address me. I not only went to Los Angeles, I also went to Las Vegas where you were. I went to Las Vegas too. I was there as well too. And you still didn't want me to be, you didn't want to sit down with me. You don't have a conversation. You are not, as my sister says, Evelyn, you are not a woman of character. We all know that, as you stated, you sleep with everybody, man. You and your daughter got ran a train on by the game. So I don't understand what your issue is. I mean, what your issue is with Jennifer being happy?
Y'all, I'm dying.
See what she did when she was, when you could say she was dating bad men, you want to bring that up. You was all for that. You was happy about that.
Thank you,
See, Christian won't. This is Christian and Jennifer try to make themselves neutral and say they don't do anything, but they got two grown-ass women who should be minding their business. And yes, Christian could say, they could say, oh, well, Christian is my business. That's my favorite nephew. That's my son, whatever. These two grown-ass people can't defend themselves or want to keep their hands clean, and they get these two to jump in the mud to trash folk.
She got a man who loves her, treats her like a queen and everything else. You got a problem. And I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna address this. I'm so sick of the fucking "are you gay" comments. I'm so sick of that shit. We have gay friends. I have gay nephews. It doesn't matter. But all you men who keep talking about some or women talking about, is he gay? He probably dick down your mama. Okay, so stop sitting here talking about, is he gay? He ain't never been fucking gay. He been a man all his fucking life. Since he came in here, he's been, and I'm not saying the men who are gay are not men, but he didn't like pussy all his fucking life. I know that. He didn't have plenty of fucking girlfriends. I'm so sick of the fucking narrative because he dressed good, because he don't be calling motherfucking bitches and all this kind of shit that y'all want to say he's gay.
Let me ask y'all something. That's a good point. And you know, I like if y'all if you really look at my comments, if I respond to you, I respond to you in positivity. Somebody just put a gay rainbow and I reply to gay rainbow back. Are you gay? I don't know. Maybe I am. Like, all of it is sarcasm because I'm not going to go back and forth with a coward. I can dress the way I dress. I'm supposed to take care of my skin. I'm supposed to take care of myself. Absolutely. I look the way I look because God made me look this way. I don't need a fucking filter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure, I know my mom is on here, but I'm pretty sure the way she get taken care of romantically, she know the deal. And I hang around gay guys. The only person that I was cool with that was actually in the gay community is standing right here before I met my wife. So my wife you can come in the frame, Armani. Everybody know you. No, you want to come back here. So the only friend I had, right? I've been knowing Armani 16 years of my life since we was, working in retail in the mall. I come into a relationship with my wife, and a lot of the gays love Jennifer. The gay men love Jennifer. I love my gays. Yes. But hold on, last but not least, just so she brings gay men around me. See, the people that are homophobic are the ones I worry about. Absolutely. Those are the ones that's actually the cause. See, I can hang around them and they know not to cross that boundary with me. Yes. And they do understand, like, yo, we can't do that with him. We can't, but I can hang around them because they're a human being just like you, straight. Exactly. We all hang around them. So like the comments are actually funny at this point in this comedy.
So that's Armani. You guys know who Armani is. Armani was the one who was working at Nobu. Armani, she would go to Nobu, eat alone because she was single. And he called damn Christian to come down because Jennifer was there, and the rest is history.
So why would I deny her friends and not hang out with her friends because, oh, they're gay, I don't want to be around them? What does that say about me?
We all hang out. We're our family. We're all our family. Right. Yes.
It's because I wear I saw a couple of comments about the Gucci pants. But when A$AP Rocky do it, why is it a problem? Chris Brown do it, why is it a problem?
Well, number one, A$AP Rocky has a contract with Gucci. That's a bag. So not only is he dressing, and he dresses very well, but it's also a bag. He makes money off that. Okay. Come on now. And then can you also tell me why you are comparing yourself to A$AP Rocky and Chris Brown? They are celebrities and you're not. You are the husband of a basketball wife who's not a basketball wife anymore. Okay. Girl.
I saw a couple of comments about the Gucci pants. But when ASAP Rocky do it, why is it a problem? Chris Brown do it, why is it a problem?
Or when Shanice wear Alibaba and present it as Evelyn's brand, y'all don't talk about that.
Yep.
Y'all don't talk about the fact that they was fucking in her house after she didn't had sex with her friend.
Okay, so what they're saying is Evelyn's brand is from Alibaba. Evelyn's got those Alibaba suppliers. What Auntie also has to realize, nobody cares about Evelyn. I'm just going to be honest. There might be some Evelyn fans in the midst, and that's fine. I'm not Evelyn nothing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal. But at the end of the day, nobody really cares like that. You know what I'm saying?
There's so much more that Evelyn can talk about. And y'all think about how I address Evelyn, because she keeps putting this battery in these people's backs to try to get them to do these things, because she is the coward. Y'all saw last night's episode, or 2 days ago, y'all saw the episode. Shanice want to call Jennifer a coward. No, your mama's the coward. Your mother's a coward because she want to put a battery in everybody's back, trying to tell them to speak out against Jennifer and Christian. Find you a man, keep you a man. You was engaged to Antoine Walker for 10 years and he didn't marry you.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? And then I'm gonna let my wife speak. And I want my uncle to chime in too if he wants to. You know, Uncle, he's a man of little words. He's a man of a lot of action, though.
Yes.
So you know.
Yes.
And you know,
okay, the threats. It's the threats for me. He's a man of little words but lots of action. What does that mean? See, they think they're being cute, but
the one in the pink jacket right here, the Givenchy jacket, you don't want to mess with that one either. But one thing I'm gonna say is, I do get pissed off, and I stay quiet. I came out for the first time today, but I do get upset when I become the fall person, because Evelyn Lozada. Why won't you respond to this woman right here?
Because you don't know her. She doesn't know her. I don't know you. I would be like, I don't know you. I do not know you. Why would I respond to this lady? Why would I respond to your aunt? You know what I'm saying? This is stupid. Evelyn is like, I don't know her. I barely know Jennifer.
I'm gonna pull up.
Oh,
but you want to call the suits,
okay?
And yeah, you don't want her film and be confronted by my aunt. But you sent the invitation. You threatened my wife and told her she can't walk the streets of LA. The only time she walked the streets of LA is when she's jogging.
That part.
She's doing exercise. It's probably something that you need to do.
Because like start somebody tennis salad with them arms of yours.
You don't want to go back and you don't want to do that, because y'all poke the bear and y'all keep poking me. Guess what? All y'all see is a shade room. All y'all see is a neighborhood talk. All y'all see is spiritual word. Then you come to CG's page and you don't see nothing. You see me putting up positivity, inspiration. That's what I do, because that's what social media is built for.
Yes, this is Jen's squad.
But
this is the reading squad.
I don't play about her at all.
Yeah, because that's a meal ticket. Who gonna fuck up a meal ticket in a bag?
This is not a threat. I'm telling you, I don't play about her, because like I said on my IG, I don't give a fuck what the
Jen is probably getting like rushes up her spine right now when he's saying, I don't play about her. I don't play about her. Of course you don't. That's the ticket, man. That's the lick right there.
Work, dude. They can say, "Oh, Christian, you can't film no more. I didn't want to film in the."
No, she's not a basketball wife. I don't know what she is.
I didn't want to film in the first place. I filmed to support it because my wife is the only one with a true storyline. In the comments, tell me if I'm lying.
And the true storyline is your ratchet situation. Your ratchet situation has catapulted. I wouldn't say catapulted, but Jen has an actual story. Other than that's not true, because what's her damn name? The girl, what's his name? Kevin Gates' girlfriend, Brittany. I don't know if they have a storyline or not, but Brittany Renner, former, I guess former slur, and now she's like converted modesty. She's a Muslim lady, and she's, that's a very interesting situation going on. They got a storyline. They're like a weird, fascinating couple. I don't know, baby.
She has something to talk about. She has something to see. And if anything, it should inspire people.
He needs to shut all the way up.
Inspire people. No matter
Jen's
the age
the
difference, I'm
lit.
trying to let people know,
Yes.
no matter where you are in life, there's still love out there, and there's someone that wants to shower you with love. They want to treat you better than what you treated. I told Jennifer from the start, I'm not here to play games with you.
Yes.
I'm not here to kick it with you. I'm locked in. When I knew I was locked in, I was locked in. I rest my case.
And she got, and Jennifer got.
Jen's like, oh my God, that's my man, my man, my man. Wait, let me see if I have it. That's my man, bitch. Jen is like, what? Do not play with him, girl.
That's my man, bitch.
Okay.
All of us behind her. All of us riding behind her.
That's right.
She got all of us.
Well,
So-
I think that's part of the issue. So people are not used to me having support, right? But I have support, and they ready. You say pull up, they gonna pull up. So be careful what you ask for, because you're writing a check that your ass can't cash. Because when
Okay,
people
Jen.
pull up, then you want to go call the suit, so you don't want to don't say these things. And pulling up is not like somebody's coming to fight you, but if you telling somebody to pull up, you need to be ready for whatever it is that
Somebody-
you suggested.
Babe, somebody asked what the suits are. They don't know what the suits mean. You want to tell them what the suits are?
Oh, the suits are
Management.
when people call the executives or they call the network, like, oh, I feel threatened by this person, or I don't want to film with this person, because that's what Laura told me happened to her. The reason why Laura is not back on the show, because after Laura did the interview with Carlos King, and she basically put it out there that she ran into Evelyn at the Whole Foods, and Evelyn was dodging and going in between aisles because Laura was ready for her ass. So she allegedly called the suits and told the suits that she felt threatened by Laura and all of this shit. That's Laura's story to tell, but Laura told it to me, and Laura gives zero fucks, so I'm sure she doesn't mind me telling the story. And just to segue from that, I did not see the episode on Monday because we were in DC, and
A lot of people got mad from Preakness. I think
we went to
Can't make this
Baltimore
up.
this weekend. We went to Preakness. It was 150 Preakness, and
tell them who we're invited by. Let's give a shout out. Top attorney.
yes, we were invited by my best friend Joy. So Preakness hosted us, and it was sponsored by Aston Martin.
Booth Clico.
Yes.
They had an actual garden.
We had a
So
blast.
anyway, we
had a great time.
had such a great time, and we ended up staying in DC for a couple of days, and we just didn't watch the show. It's not actually a top priority for us. We're not like running to the TV at 8:00 on Monday. We were actually enjoying ourselves, and we got back last night, and all this bullshit has ensued. So we still haven't had a chance to watch the show. Auntie and Uncle have watched the show. I didn't hear the coward comment. I actually really don't care. Like, you can call me whatever you want to call me. Like, I'm not gonna roll around in mud with pigs.
Okay.
She wants my aunt to pull up because my aunt, she called my aunt a cunt. Right. And
I love it.
We want to engage with y'all. She called my aunt a cunt on social media.
Give them the context.
I'm going to let my aunt get it. I'm going to let
Called
auntie
her.
get it.
She called her a cunt.
Armani was in it too.
So Armani started it.
This
and then
is
we'll segue
hilarious.
But he didn't start it because actually she
She
started
just a
it.
little. Actually, Evelyn started.
I can
She's a
so
blessing.
hear Evelyn
before we
saying
go to
that.
real quick,
Like, he's a cunt.
Tag it.
She's a cunt.
Just
Right,
tag it.
Pineapple?
Just like-
She's a
yeah, like-
cunt.
Somebody came in the comments earlier from my live on Instagram and was like, "Oh, I'm about to tell her what you said." I said,
Oh,
"Tag her."
man, my
Tag her.
bad.
She's not blocked for a reason. I want you to see this light.
She probably watching.
Tag her. I'll tag
People so
Amy.
invested.
I'll tag Amy, Carl's ex. Let's get us all getting here together. And then we talk about how Amy had a 5-month-old daughter while you was 6 months pregnant, while you was fucking her man while they was together. Tag Amy. Let's tag Amy. Let's tag Erica Banks.
Girl, it
Let's
sounds
tag
like you've been
Vegas
keeping up
Banks.
with
Let's tag
Basketball
everybody.
Wives,
Let's talk about what
honey.
you're doing. Matter of fact, tag the game. Because he can talk about all y'all who he done ran through. Or talk about the lawsuit against him. He owes $7 million to Priscilla Rainey for sexual assault. Hold on, did y'all read that court case? He fumbled her. He sexually assaulted her in front of thousands of people. That is on court document. But y'all don't want to talk about that though. She don't want to bring that up. Talk about that. The man, your grandchild's father is a perp.
And you making memes, making fun of domestic violence?
Yes.
When you have a 501c3 nonprofit organization that supports domestic violence, you're a joke.
Yes.
You're a joke. You're a
Like,
joke.
that is very disgusting behavior.
Like, that is very
to make fun of
disgusting.
that.
Yes.
Wow.
when someone went upside your head.
Mhm.
That's
Mm.
disgusting.
Right. That's yes.
And these ain't the only soldiers I got riding behind me either.
Okay, let me just say this real quick, guys. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, and that way you can engage your notifications. Also, a free way to support the channel on this Friday evening with the shits is to hit the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it.
Troll.
Who said? Who said? What?
It's up in the comments. These ain't. Hey, I got soldiers. I just stay quiet.
Yes.
Hey, I know goons. Like I don't.
You better Google me.
I know goons.
I ain't
Like,
worried about. I'm not
stop.
worried about the game. Y'all be talking about the blood into the chat. You don't know what 60s I can have wrote into the chat either. Don't let this motherfucking face fool you.
And my mom will tell you specifically. I don't even mean to speak this low. My mom knows personally.
This is literally getting embarrassing. Like I'm almost like Jennifer. Like seriously, Jen. This is not a lick. Okay, this is embarrassing because also you are grown and you are sitting here with the Walden family communicating threats and all kinds of ridiculousness, and it sounds stupid. Okay, it sounds stupid, but if something were to happen to somebody, baby, they're going to come knock on your door. You're sitting there with a whole felon who had a kidnapping charge. Okay? You are married to somebody who had a very serious felony. Just because you're not saying it doesn't mean that it's not coming from you. That these people are acting on your behalf. Okay? Communicating threats.
Because she was the one coming to see me in prison. She know personally inmates coming up to my mom like, yo, we got respect. It ain't enough of respect for this dude. Stop. Don't play with me. Don't, because I can really take it there now.
Block them.
I can really take it.
Block them. They don't deserve to be a
Stop.
part of your life.
These ain't the only goons I got. I promise you.
Block them.
And as
They're
women,
they're wasted soil.
No.
They're
This
wasted
is
soil.
no, it's just dollar signs. I ain't gonna block them. This is only comments from subscribers.
but as a woman,
So y'all keep dumping money into our pocket.
as women, we address the women. So as women, we're here addressing these women because they're women. If they were men, then of course the men would address the men. But as a woman, my nephew ain't got to sit here and go back and forth with a non-factor ass bitch because she's not irrelevant. She needs a storyline so damn bad that all you do is bring up stuff all the time about everybody else's instead of your own. Then you say you and Tiffany is not friends no more. I wonder why.
Well, she's friends with no one.
Yeah, you don't have no friends.
You have to know how to be a friend to have friends.
But all you want to do is sit back and put batteries.
Whitney
in
said, "Block them."
Got a goddamn stock and energizer from buying so many batteries to put in people back. That's all you do.
And for all y'all saying that my wife started the thing with, you said my wife didn't. First of all, she didn't start nothing. Even when we're filming, and she got to film with Evelyn.
Okay.
Listen, I'm getting there, babe. Okay. Y'all saying like, oh well, why you gotta bring, Shanice into this? Well, Shanice is a grown woman dealing with grown men. I understand that's your baby, but y'all continue to say, oh, he's a convicted felon. I fucking know that. I'm the one that told the world I was a convicted felon. I didn't let basketball wives do it. You know how many stages I stood on and talked in front of thousands of people that I'm a convicted felon, so they can have something to relate to, whether they went through that path or not. So yes, my wife's going to respond and say, yeah, your daughter's baby father's a felon. If it's like, it's not a comparison, it's a fact.
And a known gang member.
But then when my wife brings up your daughter, you're saying, oh, don't talk about my daughter. Yo, you have, you a bird brain. See, you didn't want to confront me on the show because you already know. And the thing is, I can eat you with my words and do it respectfully. Ask your other castmate about that.
Absolutely.
I don't have to get aggressive with you. And this is how I talk. This is how I talk even when I'm excited.
And talking about someone and making a comparison is two completely different things. I don't know if, like, clearly you never walked through a school door to know the difference, but that's the difference. A comparison and talking about someone, look it up. It's not the same thing. And facts are the facts.
And she threatened you. She did. She threatened you.
Did you see what Evelyn's daughter said about CG? It ain't much you can say about me. Because guess what?
We don't care.
Hey, I marry good stock.
Mhm.
Men only want good stock.
Mhm.
You see, he's hyper, like he's the epitome of like a, so you only wanted good stock. What happened to the lady that you put 2 babies in? What happened to the lady that you dumped? You know what I'm saying? He realized that he wanted a certain type of lifestyle, right? So he dumped his natural way, which was hit it and quit it, or live off of a woman and make 2 babies, okay? Make a baby, go to jail, make 2 more babies, link up with your friend that works at a restaurant that has access to high profile people, and now get a different profile. You know what I mean? We gonna get up out of here. So we're gonna use, I mean, look, let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm speaking of, here's the thing. You women in these comments can't correct me. I'm telling you what a man wants. We want good stock.
Okay.
Not low stock.
And my husband is sleep. He got good stock.
That's right.
Not that bad. He got good stock.
That's right. Well, good
He's
stock.
resting well.
Mhm.
But you
So
look up-
Evelyn wants to come at me. I'm the mama. I'm the mother. I'm the biological mother. Listen, you were dealing with my little sister, Lauren Jamaria. Evelyn can deal with Gigi Monet. So if you want to sit here and talk about my son being a felon, and is a felon allowed to trade, why don't you ask your daughter's father if he's allowed to work and have a career job? Ask him. See, let me tell you what my grandmama used to say. You got 6 months to mind your business and 6 months to leave everybody else's alone.
That's right.
That's bars now. That's bars.
Ma'am.
And now y'all see where I get my writing ability from. Y'all,
Y'all
And
won't-
me and Gigi, and me
I
and my sister stay already. Me and my sister stay already.
I don't. And that's what.
Christian apparently keeps a female front. You know what I'm saying? Christian goes sit back and let his women do his dirty work for him. Okay? Do you see this? He doesn't have to say a word, and they are coming.
I'm the lighter one of my siblings.
Oh,
yeah, the other one's a little mental health.
You got Lauren on that end, but I got one that's ready for me to call her back, and she ain't rat type.
She's ready.
Let's call
She
on
ain't
that
rat
next.
type. My sister Natalie, the oldest, she's not rat type. She's ready for Evelyn, Natalia, and whoever else. She's ready for them.
Mhm.
Mark my words, I'm not a woman that talks. I walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk.
Mhm.
And you got me up at 11:30 at night dealing with y'all nonsense. But I had to clear the I had to clear the air. See, because you woke up a sleeping giant.
That's good.
We
No,
like that for real.
We know we don't have to explain ourselves, which is the reason why we really rarely never do. Y'all follow me and Jennifer. Like, let's keep it above. When do we get on social media and explain ourselves? We got goons that fight them. We got goons that fight them in the comments. Like, if you just joined the live, I responded to the Shade Room post or Neighborhood Talk, or whoever posted it first, of my children's mother coming out saying that I was not providing child support and I was not seeing my children. That is a reason. And you expect me to stay silent through that BS? No. So if you haven't seen it, it's 63 minutes long to be exact, and it's on my Instagram. Second row, first post, the first 3 are pinned. I'm done being silent. But I don't expect me to go back and forth because she gonna bite. But listen, I said what I had to say. Listen, when we first met, I told her everything. I laid it out on the table. She made a decision that this is someone that she will rock with. I didn't wait till the second, third, fourth, fifth date. I said it on the first date. Yes, I'm a felon. Yes, I've been through this. Yes, I've been in toxic relationships. No, I'm not perfect.
We've both been in toxic relationships.
So,
and I don't know a person that hasn't, like in some capacity, people have been in toxic relationships.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
usually it's the case when a woman says the man owes, he probably owes.
what happened?
Go ahead, babe.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep up.
Whatever.
I meant to read that silently. No, go ahead. I apologize.
Oh, no, I was just saying everybody has experienced some kind of toxic relationship. So yeah, we
If you
discussed
say
our
so.
first date was at Armani's job, and we sat there for 6 hours, and we talked about everything. And from that day forward, we were locked in. And I don't understand the obsession with our relationship, because the relationship is between him and I, not everybody else. It's not for them to like, it's not for them to understand. Like I said, at the premiere party, I have to sleep with him at night, nobody else. So why are you so concerned? If I
Because you sell it, you put it on your social media, you make a coin off of it, and people are nosy. Like, I mean, you put it on social media, you sell it through Basketball Wives, you make a coin off of it. You can't, Jen, you can't sit here and pretend like you don't understand how this works. Like, can you please stop? You've made all your money off of social media, because that money you got from that first divorce where we first got to meet you, season 1, baby, I'm sure that money is all gone. Now you've made a cute coin off of this off of your dramas. Are you trying to sit here and pretend like you don't understand how this works now? And you didn't ask all these people to come and act a fool for a couple of hours on live on the internet?
I'm good, you leave it at that. I respect people's opinions, but once I tell you I'm straight, then you leave it at that. I'm a grown-ass woman. If I fall on my face, that's for me to do. But guess what? Every time I fell, there ain't been a time I haven't got back up.
Amen to that. And to that comment, Christian doesn't have a bunch of enablers around him. Let me make that clear. When he's wrong, we talk to him and we check him about being wrong. I don't mean check because he's a grown man, but we tell him when he was wrong. If he's around here not taking care of his children and just neglecting to have his responsibilities, then his mom, his uncle, his family, his aunts, we're all going to get into his ass about it. He don't have a bunch of enablers, but when he's right and he's doing what he's supposed to do, then we're going to ride for that too. When he's doing right, if we're going to get on him when he's wrong, we're going to ride for when he's right. That's what we do.
Listen, and shout out to Uncle. He hasn't really said much, but he has been there with Christian, and he has came, got him. They have gone to court together. He has been supportive of him throughout this whole journey because he has gone through it himself. And so he is very wise with this situation. And I just commend him for being a great role model for Christian. And yeah, so cheers to you, Uncle.
Cheers.
You don't say much, but when he talks, you gotta listen.
Oh my God, these people are ridiculous.
I know that's right.
Cheers.
Chef, let me get my cup. Let me get my cup.
Salute.
Yes.
Cheers to Uncle.
You better goddamn listen, because when I speak and shit, I'm gonna put these mitts on your ass. That's what that means.
Oh my goodness.
All you uncles out there, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, and you're not gonna leave him astray.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Because he's experienced it.
Right. He got a bitter baby mama, bitter ex-wife, and we had to go through those things as well. So, you know.
Even them gays listen to my ass. Believe that. They listen to me too.
That's a fact.
And Uncle is, and they love Uncle. All of them. They love Uncle, and Uncle love them.
Sure.
Exactly.
Amen.
See, y'all
I love it.
quit all that. We a family unit over here. We roll as a family. All of us, we roll as a family.
My brothers, they listen to me too.
Amen.
Yeah, we roll as a family.
Jen is glowing.
She's glowing.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, it's evident.
Yeah, she's
they want something to be wrong.
Yes.
Because I promise you, if me and Jim broke up tomorrow, it wouldn't be. Listen,
Yes.
if we broke up tomorrow, if we decided to say, you know what, let's get a divorce, whatever, you won't even be hearing about none of this.
Nope.
They mad you dropped them 30 carats.
You know they're mad about
I
that.
tried the ring on before you even put it on her finger. I was so happy.
Chomp.
She went through the whole process. I called her. I called mom when I was at the jeweler when they were finishing up. I was stressing because they were running late. I'm like, she know the whole process, man. But it's amazing to see that, and I say it all the time, Armani introduced us.
Yes.
And auntie, my mom, uncle, they have their own personal relationships with my wife.
Yes.
And there's nothing better. Like, we don't got to be in a group chat for them to talk. Like, they got their own thing. And that's such a blessing, man, because my wife's ex-marriage, she called her a monster-in-law. And
She was.
no man that's the worst nightmare for a man, man. Like, for you not to get along with the mother, the husband's mother. So it's a beautiful thing to see. We you know, people asking about the show and stuff, so I think we should probably segue into that. About what happened episode 3. As we said, Jennifer and I were just coming back from DC in Baltimore, but Auntie and Uncle watched it. And let's recap. If you guys have any questions, we can get those answered as well.
Yeah, I say if you guys have questions, ask questions. The show started, of course, with them with doing the physical, doing that, and showing Evelyn to say what she had to say about not walking the streets of LA. It transitioned to her daughter and her doing yoga. And someone even said that's how Baby Blaze got here, because she was bent over in the yoga class or whatever. You know, like someone made a very good comment. I'm gonna touch on that I read. She is
being rare for me.
she really, Evelyn's really upset because Shanice doesn't have a meal ticket. You know, she's not.
Wait, before she goes ahead and says that, you see how Christian gets on that liquor? Even though they're not drinking liquor, they're drinking red wine. Baby, do you see how he has ratcheted up a complete notch? He went from about a 7 to about 12. Okay.
Not with a man who can pay her thousands of dollars of child support every month and take care of her and things like that. She's really mad because she's like,
being rare for me.
she really, Evelyn's really upset because Shanice doesn't have a meal ticket. You know, she's not with a man who can pay her thousands of dollars of child support every month and take care of her and things like that. She's really mad because she's like, damn, I groomed you. I molded you to get you a millionaire so that you can have a paycheck every single month for child support. And that didn't happen because he doesn't even have the $7 million to pay Priscilla. And he had to sell his, and they liquidated his home and sold his home so that he can pay some of what he owes. So they came up with that. We understand how Baby Blaze got here. Okay, so they talked about that. The transition to Jackie and her daughter. Her daughter really didn't want that conversation to be brought up at her event. But Jackie, you know, likes to address the elephant in the room. Y'all, Jackie is cool as fuck, to be honest with you. I've met her. We've been around her a couple times. Like, Jackie cool as fuck. She really gets slack. Notice how Evelyn went after Jackie last year, you know, whatever. And I know a lot of y'all say Jackie's the only basketball wife. Well, hell, the show started when Jennifer was a basketball wife. So that's just like any other long-going series, you know, that people are on. Sometimes you have series that been on forever. Young and the Restless. Look how many times goddamn Nikki and Newman, they didn't broke up and got back together. I'm just saying, like, people's lives change over years.
It's like a colony of Sonias, okay? It's just a colony of people who find a reason out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, I got a reason. I got reason number 150. Okay, Jennifer, you are a basketball wife adjacent. Okay. All right. Okay.
So
now you know I know about Young and the Restless. I used to call out of school. I used to fake sick and go watch it with my grandmother. Young and the Restless, all of that.
All that. Let me say, so people's lives change, you know, all these times.
Gigi, did you see the episode?
She watched it. She was texting me after she saw it.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did.
What did you? Because you were texting me while we was in the airport. You was mad, you know, and stuff like that.
So what?
Girl, I had to put it on pause. I had to put it on pause. Girl, I was doing those Waymakers, honey. I was doing Waymakers, and I wanted to, so I started swinging.
Right.
Yeah. Several times, I said, you know what? I don't take very well to people coming and attacking my feed. I don't like that. And then Jennifer is my daughter. Right. So when you come in for Christian and Jennifer, then you got to answer to me. You already having to deal with my little sister. Right. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I sit back and I watch. And when I got to step in, I got to step in. But I'm sick and tired. So it's like this. You want a deal? Listen. Lauren Jamaria ain't nothing to play with. She's crazy. She's crazy about hers. She's crazy about hers. Absolutely. She's a no-nonsense individual. My brother Leonard, no nonsense. But if you continue to keep going there, you not only got to deal with them, you got to deal with the rest of the family. And I promise you, that's not what you want. That's not what you want. I promise you, that's not what you want. Remember, I'm not a woman that talks a lot. People that know me well, my little sister will tell you, I don't do all that talking.
Let me tell you something. One of these women come out the bushes with their handbag or whatever they got going. Look at Auntie over there in the corner smizing. Let one of these people come out the bushes and attack somebody on the strength of Jennifer and CG. Jennifer, you can kiss whatever you got goodbye, sis, because they're not going to even bother trying to come for them. They're going to come for you. You got these people out here communicating threats and in your name. don't think that this is going to have your hands clean. Like, this is just the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But if these two hot and bothered middle-aged women actually are on some go, Jennifer, you will be in court. Do you understand? All of y'all. And this is evidence. It's proof. I'm just saying.
I will show up in a black trench coat, a black leather trench coat in the summertime. I will show up with a black leather trench coat in the summertime for mine.
Yeah, they don't. These women in my family, they don't pop their gums.
No,
You say pull up, all right, cool. So that's an invitation.
that's the invitation.
All the popping because you got big shoulders and you got potato salad arms. We don't care about all that. And guess what? You from Bronx, nigga. We from Queens, Southside Jamaica. Yeah. How about that? We know. Like we know. Like I said, call the suits. You could get me kicked off. I don't want to be on there anyway. I almost want to get kicked off.
And I don't care about it either. I told you. You said pull up. We can meet the Chevron, Texaco. Like I said, it don't matter where we meet at. The trailer park where you should be. I mean, just saying it don't matter where we meet at.
Somebody said y'all need your own show. I mean, we work. We are in the it's in the works.
This is the pilot. This is the pilot for their own show.
And somebody said, Jen, you should be promoting. Somebody said Jen should be promoting Redefined. This is good publicity.
Oh,
You said you a smart woman.
This is Redefined. I have right now. This is Redefined.
Right. This is Jennifer Gold.
That's natural. This is natural now.
I got Redefined in there. She hooked her auntie up. I got Redefined right here.
Y'all see that? Hold on. Let me bring it closer now. This is all her now. Yeah. That's all her.
We like to have fun. We stay in our lanes. We enjoy.
I would not be profiling that crunchy sew-in. That crunchy dirty sew-in, baby. That is not a sale. That's not, you're not giving, ooh, how do I order that?
We just love to be us and have a good time. And that's what we're able to do. Like we literally just came back from Vegas, having a ball. To have to deal with this kind of stuff, it's
very low
annoying.
vibrational.
So you were at a nice society event with actual, look, I don't even know what to say. You were at the Preakness with people, I'm sure, who are not spending their evening going live, popping their shit and communicating threats. But this is what y'all do. This is what y'all are made of, clearly.
Right.
Very low.
We just came from experiencing some very, very top tier things,
Exactly.
people, and
But Jennifer, you ratchet, sis. Look at your family.
then it's like
Y'all
here comes
ratchet.
Monday.
Right.
Guess who's talking
Y'all
about
ratchet.
me? Let's count how many times they say Jennifer. It's like ridiculous.
Networking,
Yes.
making deals on
China-
Aston Martins.
China the wrestler. No, pull up like a full photo.
Yes.
That's
Exactly. These things we should be as a black community.
That's not a
We should be
comparison.
doing positive
Somebody said
things.
she got arms.
Our ancestors used to have to clean horse shit. Now we're able to be a part. We have to embrace this kind of stuff. Do you know it wasn't just that long ago when our ancestors was having to
Yeah, this is like, this is the
and stuff like that. And now we are sitting at VIP tables at horse racing events. That is what we need to talk about. That's what we need to
this is
embrace.
not top tier.
Those
This isn't
people
even top
asking us
tier or
who
the
we
bottom.
Not the other way around.
Right.
Yes. People asking us who we are. Because as a black community, we sit at table.
They're asking who you are because they're trying to figure out how you got in, sis. Don't take it when people ask you who you are, they're trying to figure out why you're here. Okay. I wouldn't take that as a compliment, somebody questioning you as to who you are, what do you do? I'm enjoying my drink. Like, what the fuck? The fact somebody is questioning you, asking you, what do you do? Like, basically trying to pre-qualify you, baby, that's not a compliment, sis. They're just trying to figure out how you got in.
It was that just years ago,
Okay.
we couldn't even get in the door. But, Evelyn
that's
don't like
not
that, so she can't relate because she calls us monkeys and cunts.
That's right.
Well, you can't call two black women. I'm referring to my mom's and my auntie.
Girl, this is exhibit A through G.
So you gotta find like you gotta find a different. You gotta find something else because
don't offend me.
We know, we Miss Lozada, we know what you feel about black women.
That don't offend me.
We know how you feel about black women, and you feel like you're superior.
Yeah, that don't offend me.
We know.
I'm a monkey. I told you, I'm a monkey for real. For real. I'm a monkey. Shoes off, everything off. Straight alley with it.
Look at Unc back there like, yup, she is. Yup, that's it.
Is Jen getting paid more money this season? Because this is definitely the biggest storyline. Well, I'll let my wife answer that question. Probably not going to tell you that, but
Girl, a complete Mitch. Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
He's got a lot of. I don't necessarily. I don't know. Like people saying he's gay or whatever. I just think he has a lot of feminine energy. Because as a man, why are you letting these women having to cap for you? Fight your own battles. And really, the argument with Evelyn has nothing to do with him. That's all about Jen. Even though she is dragging her husband, at the end of the day, Jen drags her daughter. So you're going to talk about my daughter, then I'm going to talk about your husband. Like, I guess they're just talking about what they got, what they don't got. I mean, Evelyn could say, well, I would talk about your daughter, but you don't have one. Like, Evelyn could go there if she wanted to and really make Jennifer cry. But maybe they've already done that. I don't know. But they're getting pretty low with it.
People don't have anything else to talk about, so I guess
How about we were at Preakness and she was not.
She was digging her.
She might not care. You only got to Preakness because you had an invite from an invite. Jen wasn't at Preakness either. She was invited through a friend. She wasn't invited direct. She was invited adjacent, and you were there +2. Okay, come on now.
Seats on CG.
That's right.
And going and trying to figure out how to create this.
Go back to Leavon.
Whoa!
Oh, so
At the same damn time.
damn, babe. See, I'll be
Look at Jen. Go back to Leavon. Go back. Go back. Drop the T.
Congratulations, Leavon.
Congratulations!
I'll be trying to. Hey, do me a favor, man. Get you a glass of wine. Myself and my wife, we don't drink hard alcohol no more, but we do drink wine every now and then. Get you a glass of wine because it's about to get real spicy. I'm actually having a good time. Somebody said this is crazy.
Congratulations.
Wait, so let's talk about how this all came about.
So when we got engaged, I'm gonna take you guys back. When Jennifer and I got engaged, if you guys were watching the show for 11,
After they show
maybe a glimpse. But I got all the videos because I actually had someone doing behind the scenes. Actually, if you go down to YouTube and look at our footage, you'll see it because I actually posted it over a year ago. So Leavon was actually at our engagement because at the time, I think they were correct me if I'm wrong.
They
were Rocky
breaking up or whatever. I don't know.
And me and Leavon actually got cool. You know what I'm saying? Like man to man, we got cool. He's a marketing professional, and we talked about business and things of that matter. And we got cool. We stayed in contact after the show. And, I always wanted this man to win because I saw how genuine he was in real life. Like I'm talking about, he would reach out to me off camera. Like we're having conversations of like, I'm trying to surprise Evelyn. What should I do? What type of flower should I get? How should I do this event? Right. So this was all genuine. And you could tell that this man truly wants love and he wanted to be married. Dodged a bullet. Everything happens for a reason.
Her pH balance was off.
Oh, see. I'm a.
So anyway.
Hold on one second. Mom, I need you to live a little while longer. Do not choke.
Oh, Lord. My little sister crazy.
Leavon and Christian have kept in contact since they met on the show. Leavon has text Christian, like, I want to take you guys out, whatever. We're both in Atlanta. And I'm glad Armani's here because he can confirm this. So Armani works at an Italian restaurant at the Capellina at the Signia Hotel. And we go there all the time because obviously we support him. My friend Angela, he was in town and he loves Angela. And I was like, Armani wants to see you, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's meet at the Signia.
So you have to meet when he's on his job. So you're going to meet when he's at his job and working. How is that socializing for him when he's working? He wanted to see Angela Yee, so you brought him to the restaurant where he works at? Oh, okay. Why did everybody need to know where Armani works too? So he works at Capellania at the Insignia Hotel. Okay.
Just so happened, Armani's like, hey, I think Leavon is about to get engaged here. And I'm like, what?
Yes.
We're on our way there because we were going, like I said.
We were actually on the way. Like
Literally on the way.
And so Leavon had rented out the private room at the restaurant.
yo, I am
And I think by the time we got there, they were already engaged.
Yes.
It had already happened. And it was so beautiful. It was like all her family was there.
no.
What are you laughing at?
Just keep going. It's fun. This shit is funny, man. This shit is funny.
All her, like it was like 40 or 50 relatives there. And they were all in black. It was beautiful.
Cool as hell. Cool as hell.
Super cool. And so it was so ironic that I'm like, wait, this is crazy because he was at our engagement and we just happened to run into him as he's getting engaged. Like, this was so crazy. So when people are like, oh, Jennifer started it, like, we really were congratulating the guy. Being petty, saying dodge a bullet, okay, maybe. But like, bitch, you've been talking shit for 4 episodes or 3, whatever.
I don't understand.
Even before they start
When my wife bite back, why are you getting so like you get, you know, it's like
I mean, he did dodge a bullet. His wife, soon to be wife, I should say,
stand up woman.
is a beautiful black successful attorney.
Yes.
And
Right.
just amazing personality. You know, I don't know her, but just she seemed like a very, very nice woman. So
Respectable.
I was very happy for him. Obviously, I know he wants to be married. Everybody wants to find love, and
Good
we were
stuff.
happy.
Good stuff.
He wanted good stock.
He wanted good stuff.
Good stuff.
He wanted
He's
the
very
fellas
good.
on it. The fellas on the live, you know what I'm talking about. We want good stuff.
So it was really a genuine post. Christian,
The fellas on the live,
First
they
of all,
know
this
what I'm
happened like
talking
over a
about.
month ago. This
The fellas
happened
on the
like
live,
2
they
days
know
ago.
what I'm
It happened
talking
like over a
about.
month ago, and I didn't post a picture because I was waiting for him to announce his engagement.
Respectfully.
because I was like, I'm not gonna post it until he posts. And so Christian follows him. He posted a reel about it. Christian reposted the reel. And I posted the picture of them together. It was really that simple. It's like, stop trying to act like somebody is kind of, the man got engaged. Like, we should be all celebrating Black love.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It just didn't work out for her. I don't know why that post sent her on a rant. It's like, it was like,
It was
it was-
the bullet.
it was crash out.
She crashed out.
She crashed out. bro.
48
She
hours.
crashed out.
She crashed out.
Hey, so Auntie, I'm
Somebody
laughing.
say, we need an auntie.
I've been laughing because I wanted wifey to get that out. But stand down, you gotta come on the line.
Stand
Oh,
down.
Like
She's on.
Gigi
she in the
called-
comments, but
Stand down.
mom, add her to the FaceTime call. I'm not that. She's in the comments, but it's time to bring her out now.
Not
Mom, we see
Not Aunt Nut Nut. Aunt Nut Nut. That's what he said. Hold on. Am I girl? I was like, am I on mute? Aunt Nut Nut.
your feet.
Hold on.
She's in the comments, but it's time to bring her out now. Mom, we see your feet. I'm not that. She's in the comments, but it's time to bring her out now. Mom, we see your feet. Don't
This
turn
is a
the camera
mess.
and put some pants on, lady. Nobody want to see that.
She's at her house with her yellow paint. Leave mom alone. Let mom keep messing up. We want to see everything.
Let me find
That's what
out.
we like to
Evelyn's
see.
match. She can never play in this. She can never play
Aunt
on
Nut
this
Nut.
Oh, yeah.
court. She can never play on this court. She can't even stimulate me mentally. You can never play in this
That's a
court.
real problem. She's jealous.
You can't.
That's
You
the real problem.
Yeah, she's jealous.
Wait, but you got your FaceTime. Look, he got his FaceTime log, and you know we nosy over here. What is all this? All these calls over here. Look at his FaceTime.
She say she don't want none of this, but she don't have none of this.
Yeah, that's what she don't have. She don't have none of this. No.
Oh, wait, did she?
And I'm not saying go and subscribe to her shit, but watch her boring ass podcast. Just watch 5 minutes.
she'll call back. She's trying to
She
add
don't
her.
have this kind of fun. She don't have this kind of family around her.
No.
She don't have this kind of support
We
around
have
her.
a good time.
We
We
have
have
Just
a
watch
ball.
5
We have
minutes
a
and
ball.
you log off.
Amidst all of this stuff, yes, did it raise? Was I frustrated when the video came to me earlier and I had to break my silence? Was I frustrated? Yeah, because I'm tired of being messed with when I mind my business, right? But at the end of the day, listen, when we got our family here, we kicking it. Ain't nobody in the funk. Everybody chilling. We having our glass of wine and we're talking to our supporters. And like I said, we thank y'all for supporting us. That's it.
I added her.
Hold on, so she's back.
I added her myself. I know. I added her.
Hey, hey,
auntie.
auntie, you got to turn that light on. You gotta and
Take the machete.
put your clothes on.
Get that machete.
I don't need YouTube flagging us for nudity.
Oh my God.
Just give me a second or two.
Give me a second. Let me get my drink. Oh my God.
You fine just like you are.
So now y'all got three. So now y'all got three sisters.
That happened like
Yeah.
Nah, TikTok is original.
We can see you now. Okay, hold on.
We missed you guys. Y'all took too long to drop a video.
Before they see you, I'm just saying, hey.
OG need to knock Evelyn out. Oh my
Okay,
God.
we see you.
Here we go. Listen, y'all. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. You know, I normally do this stuff on the back end. I'm trying to keep up with y'all's comments, but
Wait, hold on a second, guys, real quick. Hold on. Let me play this for you real quick. Let me flip to this for just a second.
My relationship as a father, because yes, I do have 3 children, ages 13, 2, and 1. Shout out to.
Okay, so that was right when he got this video. Gosh, this is 2023. 13, 2, and 1. And that was, I don't even know when that video came out. I have to go back and because I think I showed this video is not on their channel anymore. Of course, they took it down. But he's talking about his jail situation, that book he wrote, and they even showed some video of when he got out of jail and I think that's his mom right there. Those his people. So the baby mom he's talking about, guess who's in the car with them babies? Okay. That's Gigi Monet. Okay. Look at him in his khakis and white shirt getting out of jail. Okay. Who do you think that is laughing? Who's that, mom? Is that Mom Dukes or is that grandma? Let's see. Does he still have his state property? His brother looks just like him. T-shirt. Wow. Just so you won't get confused, I'm gonna put me on mute from before. There's a playlist, but that video, you see his brother kind of looks just like him, but that's him getting out of jail at that moment. And he said he's got 3 kids, 13, 2, and 1. Hold on. Let's see. So it's not just these. That's just how I feel about it. Just like, no, I don't have to. He has like an.
I'm very chill. I'm very focused on my goals, my dreams. My relationship as a father. Because yes, I do have 3 children, ages 13, 2, and 1. Shout out to all my amazing children. Of course, I keep them private because.
How do you have a 1-year-old, but you have time to be in a relationship with a woman for almost 9 months now? Okay, girl. Baby, we were confused from the beginning. As soon as Jen introduced this man on the scene, the math was not mathing. A mess, okay?
All right, Auntie, you are facing the live, so you're not going to see us. You're going to see the live. So you can talk your talk, introduce yourself. And before you go there, this is the sisters. So you have Lauren, my auntie, my other auntie. I call her Nat Nat since I was a kid. And you have my mother, Gigi, and y'all have the floor. Y'all do y'all thing.
Okay, let me introduce myself. I guess I hide behind the curtain, just sit back and just look and watch everything. But I am Christian's oldest auntie, as known as Aunt Nat Nat.
She's somebody say.
Oh, Aunt Nat Nat. Okay.
Watch out. You got all 3 of them now. Y'all
look, that would be called a triple threat.
Triple threat.
How about that?
Absolutely.
A triple threat. So, I'm on here now. So what's going on?
They talking about Evelyn, sis. Evelyn got your nephew name in her mouth.
I mean, if anybody that don't have, all they have is just too much time on their watch, what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. What do you expect? The thing is, like I said, Christian, I commend you as well as Jennifer. I commend you, both of you. Also, Jamera too. All you guys. Or Lauren. Which one?
You know she got them personalities.
But,
Okay. Do y'all want to pivot real quick? Because I'm kind of like, oh God. They need to come with something else next week. Because I'm like, my God. Okay. You guys let me know. All right, I'm gonna let this play, but I'm gonna go
commend you guys to stand your ground.
Then I'm gonna let y'all go.
You know, let everybody know what's going on. And that's it. You didn't have to do it, but you took the time to do it. So for the ones that are the troublemakers, you're gonna get what you asked for.
That part.
So when somebody keep aiming at you, be ready for it.
Right.
Because I definitely am. Because I'm telling you,
Oh my God.
this ain't what you want. This is not what you want.
Okay. All right, let's.
So if
You guys want
you
to?
should be able to take it. That's it. Say something.
All right, let's see what Papoose was saying about Remy Ma, because this got messy. But hold on a second. She put up. Let's go to her post first. Search. Hold on. Oh, is she live? Girl, Remy's live right now. Hold on a second.
Whoever you want. I don't want her around no known pedophiles that are being protected.
Ooh, sis live right
Tell me
now.
I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Should I list who she touched that y'all all know about?
Wait a second. What's
And
going
y'all
on?
all act like y'all don't see nothing. That upsets me. That makes me mad when somebody acts like and tries to attack my motherhood. That upsets me, and he knows that. I'm off that subject. Don't play about my motherfucking motherhood again. Pawn poos. For all of y'all saying he bought my jewelry, he didn't buy shit. I can count what he bought. That's in one of my jewelry. An anklet, a little charm here and there. The shit that you walked out with, that you was posted up with on your page, with your current situation, my half the kilo Cuban, you ain't buy that. My Cartier bracelet, you ain't buy that. My Van Cleefs, you ain't buy none of that. And even if you did buy me something, that doesn't give you the right to go in my jewelry box and pawn it, because it's mine. But you didn't take anything that you bought, because it ain't what you gonna get, a couple $100. I have all my receipts for hundreds of thousands of dollars from pristine jewelers, sir. Okay. Now that's addressed. Stop lying. I'm mad because she's mad because I found out that she was with a woman, and she's mad because I moved on. You want to know? Y'all want to know why he's mad? Y'all want to know why he didn't address anything that I said, but he went in and on to attack Easy, the block captain, that he literally is obsessed with? First of all, you posted an audio, right? That you're recording, you fucking federal agent. Mr. Recording devices, cameras throughout every house, crib, car we ever had in life. When you're recording and the other person doesn't know they're recording, you're gonna act accordingly because you know you're being recorded. You wanted me to lie and say that nothing never happened at all, that I wasn't messing with him, I wasn't talking to him, nothing. And I said, I'm not doing that. We all, me, you, and Easy agreed that we wasn't gonna say nothing about the incident that happened at my event. Not that you knocked anybody out, because that was always a lie. And you agreed to it because at the time you didn't have your executive position job as the head of hip hop that no one has heard about in a month of Sundays. And you wasn't sure if it was secure, so we couldn't have something coming out where you were seeming like the aggressor or committing a crime or anything like that. Me, being who I am, I went and I talked to Easy and I'm like, listen, just chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's in all of our best interest because he is who he is in his field. I am who I am. And Papoose is who he is. At the time, he was still Papoose. He wasn't Papoose yet. Well, he was, but I just didn't know. So, the moment that he knew his job at TuneCore was solidified via that bitch you was fucking over there, play with me. I fucking dare you. Play with me. That's why he was mad that I never posted it, because he doesn't get a check from TuneCore. He was getting a percentage of the subscriptions, and he wanted me to post to my 11 million followers to subscribe to TuneCore. And I told him, tell the bitch that you're fucking at TuneCore to post it on her page. I didn't see anything wrong with that. What are you talking about? The second that he knew his job was solidified, he then started going on and said, I knocked somebody out, because he was mad. He wanted to assassinate Easy's character the same way he's trying to assassinate mine. Okay? I literally peeled niggas off your ass, because niggas, I can't even go to that venue no more because the way niggas was acting when they got about, when you ran off into the night with a mask on and nobody knew where you went to. Niggas was like, we doing this, we doing this. You know what I said? Sorry, guys. That's my husband still, and that's my daughter's father. I can't do nothing. Yes, he was absolutely wrong. He was dead wrong. He was out of pocket. Yeah, if y'all do something behind my back that I don't know about, whatever, but not on my watch, I'm not doing it. And that's how I behave, and that's how I handle him. Through all the tormenting and all the secrets and all everything, nobody still couldn't handle him crazy. Let's be clear. People didn't respect me on the strength of him. A lot of the shit that he got was on the strength of me. And that's how I carried it. So when people was like, when he goes on there and says, oh, he lied after I knocked him out, he lied. Like, well, we all lied. Because we were all trying to make sure that we were all good, because you did some dumb shit. But y'all know how it is with these niggas. They could do mad shit to you all day, every day, year after year, decade after decade. But the second you do something to them, the second you say, I'm done, I'm finished, all hell breaks loose. He used to be gorilla glued to my nuts everywhere I went. Not because I'm a cheater and because I can't keep my legs closed, but because he was so worried about an athlete or another rapper or an executive getting my attention, and I'll leave. When he realized that a regular nigga that can rap, but just not the way we do it. By the way, he makes $50,000 per battle, has about 5-6 battles a year, so he makes at least $250,000 a year. You understand? Great credit score. I never seen a person with a credit score like this in my life, like the richest people that I've been around. But anyway, unlike some people who beg me to add their name to one of my properties and I have a fucking lien on it because they don't pay their taxes. He couldn't believe, he couldn't fathom why him. So why he's sitting there, she was saying, why Hitman, why Goods? Why are you fucking lying? Why are you lying? You was devastated. That a regular nigga that used to work for sanitation, got a pension plan, got a 401k, that happens to rap, was able to overcome your manipulation, was able to treat me nice. Not just because the camera's on, not just because people are watching, but because he genuinely felt like that. Not because I was paying his bills, not because I was taking care of his kids. And none of that. None of that. And then after I created my battle league, Chrome 23, I hope to make another battle league that's popping. He signed himself to, he literally that day signed himself to Slitcherverse Records and dropped a single the same day. The same day. He keeps digging up old pictures of Easy off of Google to try to make people like, look who she messing with, look who she doing this. Bro, if I post some of your old pictures, you look crazy. A lot of our older pictures look crazy. Why don't you post the pictures and the videos and the surveillance you have that has been hurting your heart? That had you on live for 2 hours, 3 different times at 2 a.m. in the morning. Because that's what you said. That's what you said to me. Oh, yeah, I'm moving around with my current come up publicly. And you did the same thing to me. I just had to deal with it in private. People don't know what I had to deal with. You're the weird one. You're the one that kept blackmailing me and threatening me to release sex tapes of me. Y'all keep saying, oh, she was parading around with this guy. I never do that. Never. Y'all may see me standing with somebody Y'all may have seen me at my battle league where people was talking crazy about me. People who have had conversations with Papoose, who was feeding them information to talk shit about me in hopes that it would be so bad and I would be so ashamed and so embarrassed that I would stop. But I'm a real ass bitch and I know the truth, so I don't give a fuck what a nigga saying no battle rap. I know what's up. Nice try. The people that he happened to name happened to be the ones that we heard you were talking to. Interesting. I didn't care. So I am going to let you guys know, right here, okay? It was so bad. I would have rather talked to a bum, homeless person on the streets that was good to me, that treat me good before I stayed there another day. And that's just that. That's just that. I'm not hurt. I'm not missing nobody. I'm not wanting them back. This, I switch. Look at my face, y'all. This is the happiest, the most at peace that I've been. The only time I have an issue is when I have to do this. And the reason why I have to do this is because it gets me results. Because he cares about his personal, public opinion. The opinion that you guys have of him. He cares about it. When he would not leave my house for years, the second that I could have taken him out, I said, you know what, I'm posting this. Because I could have posted anything. It wasn't that. I had to strategize. I started strategizing back. All right, she got a big mouth. She gonna go. He was out of my house the same day. Who you gonna keep playing with me and keep not signing these papers and keep ducking mediation and this and that? He won't go. He won't sign it. Filed the same day. So I would like to thank all of you for paying attention and tuning in so that I can get relief. It's not my problem no more. That's the next person's headache. And for all of y'all, oh, what do you say? Oh, y'all haven't seen her with him since. Because it looks crazy. Because I don't want nobody to have the, oh, she's still married and oh, y'all look crazy. The thing that what you're doing to the person that you supposedly love right now, I didn't want to do that. I ain't never been hugged up, kissed up, writing gushy birthday texts to nobody on this app because the ink ain't signed yet. And it looks crazy, regardless of what we know it to be in real life. To the outsiders that don't know everything, it looks crazy. Okay? The only time you guys have ever seen anything with me in any type of intimate or close way, but anyway, it came from Papoose posting it. And where did he get it? From my phone. Where'd that audio that he played come from? From his surveillance. And he wasn't surveilling me because I was moving around and I was doing this. He was surveilling because he's very, very insecure. And the crazy thing is, I don't even, anybody that wants to know where you at, what you're doing, all day. If I join the gym, you join the gym. I get a job, you get a job. I over here, like, it's crazy. Okay? Stop. All the videos, all the posts, I'm gonna post them here. Okay, so you can stop. So you can stop saying, "Oh, I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna show them this." Why are you posting that? Why? Why? Because I look happy. Because we look like we're having fun. Leave me alone and sign the papers. Actually, tomorrow's Saturday. It's the mediation meeting. Are you going to show up? Bring a pen. Pappy never knocked nothing down in his life. Go Google him. When y'all see him getting spun around the damn pole, when he had beef with Uncle Murder and them, and they spun his little ass around the pole. You ain't knocked none of them out. Hmm? Every relationship I ever had, you tried to sabotage. Now you have a problem with Juju. You have a problem with my friend Ev. You have a problem with my nephew. You had a problem with my son. You had a problem with Riley. Anybody that you think you can't manipulate or control or that might really love me or might really like me, you don't like. Okay? Call your son. A lot of people are adding him. A lot of people are tagging him. You came on here to bash me. You came on here to smooth things over so your current come up will feel better. Yet you haven't called your son. His birthday was a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Why you didn't call him for his birthday last month? People are calling him, asking him. People are in his inbox saying X, Y, and Z. I called him. I cried, tears in my eyes, because when I was talking, I just was coming at you. I didn't even think about like, oh shit, what if he doesn't want people to know? What if? So when I spoke to him, I apologized. I'm sorry. I didn't think about you. And he said, that's okay. I love you, whatever, whatever. Call your son. I told him you love him. We grew up in an era where being LGBTQ wasn't a thing. We were literally conditioned to treat people a certain way. You understand? So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to accept it. You're his only son. He had a different idea of what you were going to be. He'll come around, though. While you were bashing me, that's what I was telling your only biological son. I'm a great fucking mother. To my kids, to my sisters and my siblings' kids, to your kids. Okay? Sign the papers. And stop coming on this thing, lying on me. Every time you come on here and lie on me, I'm going to come on here and tell the truth about you. Every time. I don't give a fuck how crazy people think I look. Because nobody thought I looked crazy. Nobody was calling me, Remy, stop. When motherfuckers was talking about they gonna beat my ass and this is, nobody ain't saying nothing. I wasn't impressed because I knew it wasn't gonna happen. But nobody was concerned. Okay? The fact that it's come to this shows how desperate you really are. Like it's never that serious. It's like that girl. You know why I'm blocked? You told her to block me. I ain't gonna blow you up. I ain't gonna do what you do. Make fake numbers and send shit to Easy saying, hey, I just slept with my wife last night. Weirdo. I just got out of a very lengthy relationship. I don't know what my next situation is going to be like. I don't know where it's going to end up, what it's going to lead to. And that is understood because I'm recovering from a lot of pain, emotional pain, mental abuse. But the therapist, what she said, I have a trauma bond. That's what she called it. So it's understood that I don't really want to be out in the public, moving around with people judging me and saying this and I don't know what this is gonna be or where it's gonna end up. But I'm treated great. My doors are open for me. My seat is pulled out. My jacket is held so I can put it on. I get just because you're a beautiful person, flowers and gifts that I didn't pay for. That I'm not gonna see on my credit card bill. I'm gonna fucking lie to you. We could have literally put out that statement that we wrote up together. But no, you rather do it like this. Okay? Leave me alone. Get off of Easy's nutsack. It looks weird. Since you want to put it on him so that you want to talk about him so bad. So you can be like, look, she's talking about him and then leak shit. I'm going to leak it myself. Well, not the sex thing, but I'm going to put it up myself. Okay? That's it, guys. That's all. Just want the paper signed. And let the record reflect.
It's giving. I just had a couple of drinks.
No, I be course I prego. Listen. Yeah. Listen. I'm okay. Okay? I am great.
Yeah, I don't think she's driving. It's stalling. Let's see. Okay, it's paused. Who's driving? We don't know. She's not, clearly. Her hands are not on a steering wheel. I guess a driver, somebody. It says it's paused. I need you to send some healing stone hand bracelet. You helped him up when Pap dropped him. Blame him since Pap played that audio. Oh, someone said Papoose is calling. Is she still live? The live is dropping, so maybe she's got another live. Let's see. Did she come back?
Reflect. No, I be course I prego. Listen. Yeah. Listen. I'm okay. Okay? I am great.
She probably stopped it. She probably clicked out. She's not live anymore. This would have me these damn pawn shop tickets. She said one's a bracelet, one's a necklace. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Sir said he spent all his money. Did you? I'm sure you guys saw this one already, right? They're going at it. This was funny today. Oh, is she back?
Reflect.
Oh no, that's not it. It's still okay. It keeps coming back. Wait. Okay. She said, if you just turned 30, hold on. Let me move this out the way. If you just turned 30 and allegedly just met someone 8 months ago that is 47 years old, that I knew since you were 10 and was married to them since you were 13, and he has 4 biological children, one age 28 but will be 29, one age 25, another one 24 but will be 25. Okay, so he had some back-to-back babies or whatever, I don't know, and a 6-year-old, and currently promising a newborn, while finally agreeing to divorce 8 hours, 54 minutes, and 3 seconds ago. Please refrain from speaking. That was pretty funny. That was on some. Oh. Ooh, baby. That was very specific. Okay? That was very specific. Yeah, we could do a whole live just on that post. I mean, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay. All right. I am blocked. Wait, hold on. Ooh. I am blocked, so I couldn't at you. But in case you haven't noticed, nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about July 26th. They truly don't know where it is, the opponent, nothing. Not even after this little stunt. That's what you should have been. Oh, so maybe she's trying to accuse him of him promoting her fights. That's what should have been and should be the focus at all times. Listen, if you ready to be a grown woman, call me. You have the number. In the meanwhile, Google divorce mediation. I've been offering that for years. Now, back to your girlfriend, Papoose. Bring that ass here, boy. Well, it's nasty. Um, it's gotten real nasty.
Woo. What you doing there? Live? Oh, I'm never posting nothing because people don't understand. When I type shit out and when I write shit, they don't understand. I am live as we speak. When I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly, and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak while people talking to you. You read the comments. You can't keep up with them if you do that, right? I'll wait. Because I've been sitting by my phone all fucking day because I know you can't take the L. You can't take the public people not on your dick. You can't take that, right? Every time you come up, mentions me, says anything, or do anything that I don't like, every time your current come up situation, I'ma drag you. And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie. I'm gonna drag you every
So that's Papoose' name is Willie. Wow.
time, Willie. Every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people. Did y- did y'all look at the date on that file? Oh, it's so easy to file. He filed that today. He filed this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be thank. Look at me doing you favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You can use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit.
Wait,
I
let's
got y'all
go
lit.
see. Hold on a second, because he filed. Wait, let's hold on. He posted. He posted some papers yesterday. Hold on. Let's see what it says his real name is. Hold up. He blocked out their names. Come on, man. You could have left y'all's governments on there. Okay. Okay. Well, she really likes to put him out there like he's broke or something. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. Um, she don't mind dragging him. That's for sure, for sure. Uh, okay. Interesting. Okay. This one's only 11 minutes. Hold on.
Come on.
William. Okay, Willie. So Willie William Collier. Okay.
Woo. What you doing there? Live? Oh, I'm never posting nothing because people don't understand. When I type shit out and when I write shit, they don't understand. I am live as we speak. When I type things
You think
in,
we should just battle rap it out? Battle rap it out. Let's see. That's a day. This is the most recent one, I guess. And then she posted the. Is this one pinned? And then she posted the pawn shop receipts. He got there's something William Mackey on here. Hold on. You see this? Maybe that's his undercover name. Gold bracelet, Cartier bracelet. So I don't know. Girl, that's her version of the story. So that's what she says happened. He pawned her stuff and calls him a brokey. She called him brokey on one of these posts. It's messed up. Anyway, are you guys following this? I'm gonna let you guys go. If you we'll go watch a little bit of his video for just a second. Hold on. This is the latest one. I kind of was feeling sorry for him. I was kind of like, wow, he's been through a lot. But there's two sides to every story, right? She seems pretty pissed though. He seems mad too, but more hurt.
Okay, cool. What's going on? So a couple people kept calling me, you know what I'm saying, earlier, and every time they call, it messes up the live. So I had to shut it down earlier, but I wasn't finished what I was saying.
Put yourself on Do Not Disturb, sir.
You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, all of this fabrication that's going on. Hold on, let me make sure I clarify this the right way. Let me get this right. Since you want to continue with these lies. Hold on a second. Yeah, so first and foremost, I wanted to speak about I love all my kids the same. Everybody who know me know that. Everybody who know me, they know that about me. Love all my kids equally, love all my kids the same. But it's mighty strange, and if y'all pay attention, you will see what type of person she is. You sit here and you want to mention my son. Okay. First and foremost, I love all my kids the same. Anybody who knows me knows that. You can scroll down my page. The Father's Day, when all that shit transpired, it's a picture on my page. It's still there. Like I said, never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. That picture is still there. I've taken my son to the Knicks game. I did tons of. I'm just talking about the things that y'all can see visibly. When I did television, my son is on there with me. She tried to go out here and exploit my son, and somebody told me, she said, "Oh, if he keep talking, I'm gonna go on live with his son or whatever." What? So you still mentioning my children, right? Okay, let's talk about it. You are the one who have malicious things to say about other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, and I don't even want to bring my stepson in it because I know his situation is very serious and I love him. And I love my son the same. I love both of them. But I love my stepson like he my real son because I raised him. Always took care of him. Everything he went through, I was the one who was there for him. Even right now, the situation that he's in, I went to visit him. You didn't even visit him. So for a person who know what it was to be behind that wall, you didn't even visit him. You waited till I visit him, then you went to visit him. And you know what? People bear witness to that. But let's keep it moving. Like I said, scroll down my page, you see pictures of me with my son. You see videos in the past. Now, as a parent, as a real parent who raised their child from when they're young till they get older, we all know it's two different things. It's not the same. As your child gets older, all my kids, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go through certain stages where y'all don't see eye to eye, certain situations take place. That's normal in parenthood. But I love my son, I love my stepson, I love all my kids, I love my daughters, all the same. Like I said, as your kids get older, sometimes y'all have differences because as a parent, certain things you want for them, certain things they want for themselves. But that doesn't change the love. Love all my kids the same. So I just wanted to point that out. So don't ever try to threaten me to exploit my son. You can never threaten the lifestyle that he chose to live. That's up to him. That doesn't mean I don't love him. Let's move on along. Cause I gotta make sure I don't. And then I think that the relationship with my mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Because I love her to death, and she was one of my closest friends. She still is. And your entire family, you want to pretend like you got any type of love for my son. You don't got no love for nobody in my family. You never showed no love you had animosity and hatred towards everybody, especially other women. You are a very unhappy individual. So you want to now fabricate and try to make it seem just so you can exploit? Don't you know that when you were saying what you were saying on what I just played about the meatball, the lane, that you said some other things that I could end this whole charade that you're trying to play with? But I'm gonna just allow you to keep going. I'm gonna allow you to keep going because that's what you like to do. Moving on along. I told y'all earlier, I'm gonna let y'all know one of the reasons why she had so much animosity towards me. And I never got to finish that because people kept calling my phone. But you know what? I'm gonna let y'all know. But before I let y'all know that, I do want to say this. I've supported your whole family, not just you. I've supported your whole family financially ever since I've been around them. Right now, you're not speaking to nobody in your family. You're mad at them because they still love me. So if I'm this guy who don't support, who don't pay money, who don't pay bill, don't do this and that, why your whole family love me? Because not only was I there morally, I'm there for them financially too. If anybody called me and say, yo, pal, I need X, Y, Z, I give it to them. Ask, and I'm talking about her family. Call them and ask them. Anybody from anywhere where her family live, ask them about Papoose. Ask them, did I ever deny them anything? Ask them, will I give them the shirt off my back if they ever in time of need? To this day, man. When you turn them away, guess who they come to? Guess who look out? And I'm not saying that, I don't do that so I could come up on here and say it. That's why I'm not speaking about it in detail. But the fact that you fabricating these stories about my character, I gotta do it. Also, what I wanted to address. Throughout the duration of me being home with my child, when you abandoned my child, so you could go stay in an apartment that you got 40 minutes away from my house, I can literally post the address up here. She went and got an apartment between her and this lane, 40 minutes from my house, ran back and forth there every other day, lying, saying she not with the dude anyway. You went and got this apartment 40 minutes away from my house. And so the main reason why she started to have animosity towards me was this. One day, because every birthday, we celebrate birthdays together as a family. Every holiday, guess what, y'all? Very consistent with what I said earlier. Y'all seen it. If y'all scroll down my page, if you got time, everything is there. It's in order. This social media thing, it has its pros and cons, but if you go through it, it tells a story. But if you go to her page, the history, a lot of it is erased because that's what people do when they got something to hide, when they want to try to be somebody that they're not. She want to go around the lane and change the story around. Lied to him bad. He's a clown. Lied to him. He on the recording just saying a bunch of untrue stuff. He's an airhead. I just played her saying that she would have been done with him if I would have knocked him out. Guess what, y'all? He's still going to deal with her because he's a bum. The league is hers. It's not his. She threatens him anytime he get mad. Oh, I'm taking my ticket down. You sleeping with this girl, take it off. I got all of that document. That's neither here nor there. I told y'all about, I was going to let y'all know why she got so much animosity towards me. So the reason why she got so much animosity towards me is because when you find out the truth about a person, they will start to resent you. Every birthday we celebrate as a family. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back further. When she was away, I visited her all the time. I visited her so much that I feel like I know a lot of the people she was locked up with because I sat on the visiting floor from 8 in the morning to 3:15 when the visit is over. So through that time, she would just tell me certain situations that was going on in the jail and all of that. Anybody from Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? Anybody who was in Bedford Hills with her, please step to the front. Okay, moving on along. Visited her all the time, so she told me plenty of stories. So I know these people. She had a friend that she was away with, right? Okay. Do I want to say this individual's name? Let me just move along with the story. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. I always heard this person's name. I ain't think nothing of it. Cool. It's her friend. Okay, she's home now. We celebrate all holidays together. If you look down my page, I hate to say this, but it's one of the things that I want y'all to look at. Because when she said about me spending money, you'll see the gifts being bought. You'll see the diamond necklaces and chains being bought when she started the league. Since she wanted to fabricate and say, oh, he never wanted me to start the league. You'll see that. You'll see the Mother's Days. You'll see the Christmas. You'll see the birthdays. But you know what an ungrateful person says? They downplay that. They downplay that. So the most important part is not the materialistic things, what she seems to keep talking about. Y'all notice that? Every time she's talking about me, it's about materialism and fabricating about money because she thinks that y'all think she's the bigger artist. So she's playing along with that. She thinks that y'all think she rich. This is the same individual who just texted me a screenshot and said, this is how much money I got. You know what I'm saying? But moving on along. So the holiday, this time her birthday comes. She's been home a couple years. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but she informed me, hey, such and such just came home, one of the individuals who she was locked up with. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. But I remember the name from when she was away. I don't think nothing of it. Oh, this year, we always celebrate our birthdays together. Me, her, and the baby birthday, my birthday, our family. They all come around. It's like, that's how I was raised. So I'm real big on family. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. So I'm like, okay. So you don't want me and the baby to come? All right. No, just my friends, all girls. I'm like, damn, that's a little, I don't want to say strange, but I was like, okay, we usually do it as a family, but this is cool. You want to have it with all girls. So she has the all-girls party. I don't go. I falls back. The friend who was incarcerated comes to the crib. She attends the all-girls party, all the friends, cool. After that, we had like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. Cool. A little activity was a little weird, but I didn't think nothing of that. Moving on along, she comes back to the crib on another occasion. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this.
Let me just say something real quick. Bible lady's like, wait a second, all girls. Well, yeah, I think she might. I mean, look, she hasn't said she's bisexual, but according to her husband, he's getting ready to let on that might be a thing. Let me just say this because I see people saying they're both hurt, this, that, and the other thing. I think this is irreconcilable differences. I don't see anything. They may still like deep down inside love each other, but they hate each other too. It's time to go. This relationship just might be over. They're hurt, right? Like someone else said. It's a mess. It's a mess. I don't see anything repairing this. She seems done, and they both need to go their separate way. They probably need to, after this, like, maybe one more round, because she just got off alive, so maybe he's gonna do another one. But it's like, y'all, come on, like, let's, like, okay, let it go. Anyway, I'm gonna let the rest of this ride out, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. But someone said, Pap, let us out the group chat.
Individual name, because I ain't even trying to give her no clout. She's a extreme clout chaser, so I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name. That's another story, but she fabricating. Moving on along, that's documented too, because I've been paying it out the same account for over 15 years, whatever, or more. Moving on along, I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, this shit weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came in the bed with me. She hugged me, kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't add up. You feel me? So I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And it got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I say, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this is a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side. I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along. I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blame me. Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. Which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. So ever since I caught that, she resented me. She had a lot of animosity towards me because I knew the truth. When you find out the truth about a person, they will despise you. I want y'all to know that. So for her to have me shake a dude's hand and sleep with him, it was nothing after that because she had it all against me. She had all the animosity in the world against me. Why? Because she knows I know the truth. And it's not even something that I judge. Like I said, I don't judge nobody who lived that lifestyle. I do think it was very disgusting that it took place in the house while my daughter was in the bed. I thought that was very disgusting. And I'm telling y'all this because I know a lot of people think, damn, what Pat did, what he did, he must have did something. In the normal world, with logical people, civilized people, yes, not with her. So that whole rant about, oh, if a person has everything, a good husband, supportive, and this, that, and the third, and supports you financially, why would they cheat? Because that's you. You're ungrateful. You're a backstabber. So a normal person, yes, that would be true, but now.
Okay, I'm reading the comments, you guys. Is it giving very hurt? Is it giving very much hurt? He's giving her the finger. Look, I just think that this relationship is ran its course. It's over. Let him be with Miss Clarissa. Clarissa is into him. The worst thing as a man, which I've never been one, but I'm just going to assume, the worst thing as a man, or let's say a person, y'all, is to be with someone who doesn't respect you. And at the end of the day, these two are done. Like these two, I think it's like stick a fork in it. It's done. She say she's done. She's done. He's done. Get your visitation paper signed and, keep it popping. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all make complete fools out of yourselves. Like have some dignity and just let it go. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go because we're almost at 3 hours. Okay, this was a long one, but the BS has been on 10 on this internet. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. This was so much fun. If you're new here, thank you for coming through. Make sure to subscribe. And we'll get back on some more stuff very soon. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the holiday. I'll have my ears open and eyes out. If there's some tea drop in, then I may be back. Otherwise, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time. I try to drop shorts throughout the week. So anyway, guys, you guys have a good one. And catch me over on Real Talk Bougie. Pretty much I go live there every single day. So if you're new here and you're not familiar with my channels, everything on my main page, go check me out on Real Talk Bougie. And I will see you guys next time I go live. Okay. All right, guys. You guys take care. Have a good evening. And make sure to hit the thumbs up. Okay. Take care, y'all.